hideous slaying of a group last night, the latest in a brutal crime spree.
Crime is at a record high in Gotham.
Tonight also marks the 10th anniversary of the last sighting of the Batman.
The time has come. People have given up, Jim.
These are scary times.
I got the little one.
I will show you who ruled Gotham City.
Okay, son, I'm your worst nightmare.
He's in his prime. He'll kill you.
The war goes on.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to MMM. This is episode number 60, by the way. 60 episodes of this beautiful chat. And were you showing off your guns, bro?
Are you talking to Vex? Are you talking to Vex or Whitey?
I'm talking to Whitey. Well, hold on.
I thought we were all dressing up.
Wait. He's so white. I gotta. Holy shit, man. Whitey, I love you, Whitey. I love you, man. Yeah, 60 weeks, man. 60 weeks of this beautiful show with these beautiful people. And I got to say, Vex's avatar right now is literally getting me hard. I'm just saying. Also, between that trailer and that intro, I'm ready to run through a wall or kick some fucking villains' asses. I love it. I'm hyped for this.
Oh my god, that soundtrack! Like after I went
amazing.
to Dune earlier today, right? And on my way back through traffic, it was just oh my god,
yeah,
it's incredible. It's an incredible soundtrack. Great movie. Yeah, we wanted to do something different. We wanted to switch it up with an animated, and I think when we scheduled this was what, 2 months ago, and I just finished watching this movie because I just bought it. And I got the Ultimate Edition, which is both movies combined. And I was so hyped. As soon as Vex said, let's do something animated, I got it. Let's do a Batman movie because he's a badass. I was like, this is the perfect one because I just watched it. It's my favorite animated movie. And here we are. And we have a great panel, of course. Back with us after having some nose surgery because he sniffs a little too much white powder. Gooch! He's celebrating all the subs that he's getting. He's celebrating his success. So he kind of damaged his nose.
Basking in glory.
All I can say is fact. Those are facts that we said.
it ain't Hollywood without a little bit of cocaine.
Yeah. Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm doing Hollywood's nothing but Hollywood's, baby. I'm so turned on by those nips there,
dude. They're distracting, man.
Yes.
Swasticups.
Thank you so much for having me on again, brother. I love being on the show. Looking forward to this movie. Like I told you, I would not miss this one. I don't care if my legs were chopped off. I'd still be here just as a little nub.
Well, since you'd be sitting anyway, it's all good.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we'll always love having you on, Gooch. Of course, we love you. And then Jacob Ironside. I love these images, by the way, you guys have up of the Dark Knight. I had one. And that's not it. That's an ugly guy. We'll go back to that later. But anyway, Jacob Ironside, welcome back, buddy. How you doing? Yeah.
Good. I'm back from the dark side of the internet. Finally got that fixed.
Damn raccoons.
excited for this one. Thanks again for having me
Oh,
on.
of course, dude.
Talking about this.
Always a pleasure to have you on, buddy. The Pumpkin Master himself, the Gourd King. How you doing, sir? Ooh.
I'm good. It's a little odd at the moment because my laptop is being all tismy at the moment. So like I can see like the delayed version of the stream on my desktop, but on my laptop I don't see you all at all. Like it's having a lot of issues with the stream. I can hear everything fine, so that's
all you need. Just listen.
It's good, but
yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I'm great. I you know it's funny. I'd only watched this movie one time when you first told me about doing this stream. I even almost forgot that I was a part of it, but rewatching it these last couple of days, gosh, it's good. It's so freaking good.
It's so good. I know I was talking about this with Jacob over the weekend, and you know we were kind of going back and forth a little bit. Like he likes the Long Halloween better. I said, well, that's reverse for me. I like this. That's my second favorite of the Batman animated movies. They're both fantastic, and someday we'll review the Long Halloween probably around October.
Yeah, that one's pretty good too.
It's damn good, man. So this is I don't know, man. This movie gets me hyped. But anyway, let's go along here. White Bear, are you a fan of The Dark Knight Returns, White Bear?
Not as much as you. This is probably one of my least favorite art styles of Batman.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You know, like the Long Halloween, that was freaking that was more of my
your style. Yeah, it's a great movie. So,
and the broadness of the shoulders and this and that, and maybe
Frank
some
Miller likes to exaggerate things a little bit.
It looks like a 2x4x8 put into a shirt, you know, and
but Long Halloween doesn't have Nazi nips. So
send me that picture, please, Jacob. Sorry. Sorry. Please DM that to me.
Chad Vex.
It also didn't have somebody's presidential hate in there either. So
no, I get that. There was some politics, a little bit of politics, yes.
Yeah,
but
I don't know where Jacob got a promotional photo for RRR2, but it's pretty awesome.
The dude's connected.
Nacho, anyway, Vex, I love your avatar, and I'm very happy that you actually like this movie. It was very, and you warmed my heart when you said that you actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I'm always up to watch anything, give it a shot, right? But yeah, I had to transition out of Black History Month with Blackface Trudeau to Schnauzy Tits. I think that's a good transition, actually. It's also Women's Month, so this works. Double.
This is perfect.
I would say this much. I don't think she quite qualifies as a hot C, though.
No,
yeah, she's a little bit too masculine for a hot C status.
There's not a lot of pretty women in this movie, as Vex brought up, and I was like, you're actually correct.
Yeah, a lot of fucking ugly women. Oh my god, when we go through.
Speaking of that.
But yeah, no, happy to be here.
And-
Yeah.
Well, Vex, it's always a pleasure, and I knew you were going to do the Schnauzy tits, and I love you for it because that was almost the thumbnail, by the way.
I got them on me too.
What, Whitey?
What?
What?
Yeah, if I just go down a little bit, right? Oh,
right. Let's show us the Schnauzy tits there. Ooh,
I like that they're positioned in such a way to where they actually look a little more like they could mistake them for a Y.
Old McDonald
instead of an actual
nipple. Yeah.
That's why it's like if YouTube's like, why do you have that symbol? It's like it's just a Y. What are you talking about?
Vex. Did she say she transitioned? I didn't know.
I did transition. I transitioned from a blackface prime minister to Schnauzy tits.
Schnauzy tits. Mm-hmm. So anyway, and Jay and whoever's actually read the comics, and I'm gonna need your expertise, Jay, in comparisons to the comic book because I just bought the book. Hasn't arrived yet.
This is one of the few comics I have.
Have you read this? Okay, so yeah, whoever's
I don't know it extremely well, but I actually have read this.
So this is part one. So it's broken up into two parts. We're doing the full Ultimate Edition, which is both, but we'll scrub through it quickly. So
real quick. I'm gonna bow out for a sec because I can't even see this right now. So I'm gonna try to get my stuff over to my desktop. So
all right, go ahead, buddy.
Give me just a sec.
Go ahead, buddy.
No problem.
Can we just
Gord has just been missing my amazing shoulders this whole time.
Whitey, piece of white bread, you.
There's bread in there, yeah.
I just want to say I'm a huge Frank Miller fan. So this is inspired by Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns from 1984, and this changed the game of comics. This and Watchmen and a couple others, but when this came out, this changed the game. So yeah, this part right here, the little intro with the cars, it's not in there, but it fits because he is racing in the beginning. So Bruce Wayne is like racing his Formula Circuit.
Yeah,
and everything that's in this movie is actually in the books, but it's kind of extended a little bit. Obviously, you have to do that because comics can only do so much.
Yeah, you want to tell a 2.5 hour story, you're going to have to push some things. Yeah, and I love how this Formula One looks just like a Batmobile, and how even the shot that they have, you don't see it here, where it's going up, his camera's facing up at him with his helmet on. It looks like he's Batman, right? So, we have two Gord Kings.
Oh, wow.
Gord, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm here.
We have two. Wait, which one is the real Gord King? Oh, there we go. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
If you're wondering why I don't just start with my desktop, it's because it's really hard to get my mic working on this. So it's no matter what my option is, it's always a conf.
Quick, put the other one back on.
It's a struggle.
So I love how so you get the sense, obviously it's an older Bruce Wayne. He's retired, obviously, and then you get. I like how it goes right from the racing to right into the headlines of like the news outlets are just talking about how bad Gotham is, and how bad shape is in, and immediately you get the sense that Frank Miller's kind of based, man, with some of his takes. Like I mentioned that to Vex. I was like, you notice he was really anti. Well, just anti like any liberal stance, minus the little bit of politics we'll get into later, but. The people who were saying it's Batman's fault and all this, he was like,
he's a little anti-American in the second part when we get there. Actually, I do notice that. Like the first part, you don't get it as much, but because they're setting the tone here, right? They're setting the framework. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because this is the Reagan era that this is happening, and
1980s. Yep.
Yeah. So
the first make Reagan look like a zombie or something.
Yeah, he was almost looking very old. Yeah, he obviously there was, but I love how like a lot of things he write in his. And I don't know if it's like that in the comics. It's what I've heard about him. Everything's exaggerated. The first thing Vex goes, look at this big symbol, this Batman symbol. It's like just
the chubby symbol.
I love it.
Chubby symbol.
That got brought back.
Lana Lang
again.
Lana Lang, right? That's how you say it. Lana Lang got fat.
Lana Lang. Yep.
Catwoman got fat.
All the women.
The bat signal got fat.
The fat signal.
That symbol got brought back again about, I want to say 2017, 2018.
I was going to say, I noticed that it did come back. Yeah, they brought
it did come back. They brought back that symbol, yeah.
Holy body positivity, Batman.
But yeah, this is where you hear in the news outlets that they're saying Batman's basically retired 10 years ago. And then obviously, since then, there's been a lot of issues with crime in Gotham. And then here's Gordon. He's like, 70 years old in this timeline, and he's about to retire himself.
He's 68, and 68. Bruce Wayne's 55.
Okay. I thank you for putting context there, because I really don't tell you that unless I missed it. In the movie. But thank you for the ages, because I wasn't sure how old Batman really was. But
actually, I do have a question on.
Of course.
Because there's a lot. I know that there's been several other Batman like animated films or whatever, but the ages plus there's little like information that's dropped later too, like about his relationship with Selina in the past. Robin is out of the picture. So was there another animated series that's supposed to like come before this that you're supposed to watch, or is that just being comic book accurate?
No, like this is just Frank Miller doing his own. This is a 4-part series that Frank Miller did. This is kind of a one-off.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then he actually comes back later on in 2019. I want to say 2019, 2020. He brings back another Dark Knight series.
So then my follow-up question then is was this at all a response to the Old Man Logan story arc or vice versa? Because I do see some parallels in the way that both characters kind of.
This is way before Old Man Logan.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Way before,
fair enough.
Like decades before Old Man Logan.
Okay.
I really
so-
loved this little part here because I like the little shot where he's looking up at the lamp and you see the moth drawn to the light, and it's obviously it's pretty symbolic of what's happening with
Foreshadowing.
him. He's it's
Yep.
foreshadowing what him getting drawn to his old life.
Yeah.
Well, I also like that, and this is something that I find I need to maybe watch more of the Batman animated stuff because I didn't the animated series was during my time, but I was a girl growing up, right? So like Sailor Moon was my jam.
Watch Under the Red Hood. That one's
okay.
amazing.
Oh, it's so good.
But like I do like that, and this is something the films, like all the iterations in film have really struggled to do, is that they really capture the fact that Bruce Wayne is a haunted person. Like a lot, like the films seem to make it seem like he's overcome all of his fears and his doubts and the tragedy that he experienced in the past. But I like that this one continues to tie back to it, and in the second part you see it a little bit more. But I actually really appreciated that take on Bruce Wayne because you don't see that in mainstream Batman adaptations.
That's why people always say, how could DC do such a great job with their animated movies, but their live action is shit? It's like character development's better here.
Right.
You know?
And that's like such an easy thing that you'd be able to adapt into film of all things. Because there's a lot of cartoony shit that happens in here, like making, explodable children and stuff. But
that should be real, damn it. That should be real.
That's just Cabbage Patch Dolls in the Middle East, Vex.
Right.
That's why I'm so upset with the way they're portraying the DC comics now, because
it's terrible.
Warner Brothers had unreal animation, and they just fucked it all. Like it's the Batman. Some of the Batman movies they have out there are unreal.
Dude, so
great.
My favorite part about this whole scene is that he's going through Crime Alley where his parents were killed, right? And then these mutant they can't speak. They speak this like retarded language basically, and slice and dice. And I love how that instinct comes in right away for him. He's like, come on, and then they're like, oh, okay, we're not fucking with this guy. He's into it.
It wasn't even an instinct thing for me because this follows. Yeah, this follows right after he's remembering his childhood. So I was
so he's angry.
Yeah, he just doesn't give a fuck. Like he's standing there remembering all this stuff. Like, oh my god, it was. I don't understand how you can leave this kind of thing out of a film. In all honesty,
scenes like this, Vex, where you're talking about this whole scene where he's a kid, has a memory of when he's having a nightmare, but he's remembering a moment where he fell down into the cave, and you can see where Zack Snyder's took a lot of liberty, he took a lot of the influence, right? But he's having nightmares still, and he's in his 50s, like you said. He'll never get over it.
And what's so remarkable is, if you combine these two parts, they're probably a shade under 2.5 hours. And yet this is a sprawling Batman epic that covers so much ground. It has 100%. Several interwoven storylines that leads to an excellent and logical conclusion for the character. And, like Vex said, it's like, how do you leave this stuff out? It's like Zack Snyder's ultimate cut of Batman v Superman, which is trying to adapt some of this material, is
100%
just a hodgepodge. It's a mess. And doesn't do anything that this movie manages to do.
Not even close.
And this one does it in like 40 minutes less.
Right.
Yeah.
Even
it's so efficient.
Yeah, even the Nolan Batmans don't quite capture Bruce's and they do a bit in Batman Begins. They do a good job of setting it up
a little
bit
in the beginning. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's more of his fear of the bats and the origin of the Batman identity. But then his parents are just all forgotten for the sake of bringing in oh my god, what was her character? The Maggie Gyllenhaal and Katie Holmes' character.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Made up.
Yeah, so I was just like, I was surprised that even I consider Christopher Nolan to be a pretty competent writer and director. So it kind of shocks me that even he kind of failed to, and it's an element that would work in his Batman
in his movie.
I think honestly, my theory is because you can tell with The Dark Knight Rises in particular that it was trying this to some extent. Like Batman coming out of retirement. I think Heath Ledger's death not just
changed everything.
I think it changed so much about their plans for what they were going to do. Like I think that's part of why that movie turned out so messy. I mean, I still like it despite all of its flaws, but it's an extremely messy film, and I think a lot of it's because so many of their plans just fell apart when he passed away.
Because he was supposed to be in the third movie.
Yeah,
so.
Nolan confirmed that was like, his passing ruined the third entries, and you can tell, like you said, it's very choppy, it's very disjointed. There's way too much going on in that third one. But yeah, I can see
third one's horrible.
Even his editing and choreography with the fight, it's like so third rate. I'm like, this Nolan really like. Come on, man.
Going back,
I honestly, I think the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's just going back, like you see the Joker there. He's in
when he's eating
catatonic state.
Hold on,
I just want to quickly mention they're talking about the Joker, and they don't even care about him. He's in a catatonic state. He's in a catatonic state because Batman's retired. He's no longer around.
He misses his Batman. I said that today.
It's the yang to the yang, and I love how Miller does that. And then they go to Two-Face here, and they're talking about
this was great.
And I also wanted to mention Peter Weller. Man,
the voice
as an older Batman. Oh,
perfect.
Yeah, I think the world where
I also like how they
brought up is beautifully portrayed by him. He does it so well.
Yeah, I like how they make the doctor and the psychiatrist. Oh, we fixed him.
Yeah,
because you fixed his face. What about the mental damage that he's had? Yeah, and
he still has that body
dysmorphia.
Thank you. I got this question from my nose here. I'm a mouth breather right now.
Show it, Jay. No.
Just a quick question: is this so? The whole Joker in Arkham and the doctors kind of reacting to this. Is this comic? Was that comic accurate?
Yes,
or is that...
this whole movie, the part 1 and part 2 is bang on accurate, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like okay, so because that's a pretty accurate interpretation of kind of what like the mental health profession has been seen as to be doing for the last 20-30 years. So to see that in a cartoon adaptation, I was like, God damn, oh my god!
and one that and for the comic to have made when it was, this is not a young comic.
Yeah. And I like how Harvey Dent, Two-Face, gets his face fixed and they think he's cured, and then he goes, has like a press conference thanking everybody, he wants a second chance, and then he just disappears. And then they use the newsreels, which I think are brilliant the way they do this. And Jacob Ironside had a good point, which I never realized. It's almost like the movie RoboCop, where they're there for like some information and humor. Satirical, it's really funny. But Harvey Dent just goes missing.
Wait, real quick question. Do y'all think, if looking at Bruce's stash here, y'all think he was ever tempted to cut that thing in the shape of a bat symbol? Because it's borderline right there.
Ears up, such a badass though. But this is where he gets so he's watching the news and he's hearing about the murders and children being kidnapped, and then he remembers his childhood when he saw this movie with his parents and the day they got killed, right? So again, Vex, you're right. Like, they go through this pretty quick. I mean, we're only in the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the movie, and you've seen this 2 times now about his parents and his past, where he's having nightmares and flashbacks. But
they don't waste time on it and drag it out.
No, it's quick because everybody knows the story by now, right?
Yeah, but everyone knows Batman, and especially if you're a huge Batman nut, you're gonna love this movie.
Don't worry, AJ. We got some good ones to recommend for her. Trust me.
It's bang on with the book, because the book was I think Miller started in I want to say 45, and it came out in 86, and then this is such a great book. It honestly changed the game of comics. It was just so.
And they
amazing.
said that in the description I wrote out when I researched it. It said that it made the whole darker tone Batman.
Oh yeah,
and all superheroes. It changed everything going forward.
I mean, you generally when you have a list of best Batman comics, it's typically between this and The Killing Joke as the number 1.
Yeah,
not the.
I'll be honest. I prefer this over The Killing Joke by a lot, to be honest.
Yeah,
They came out relatively the same time, within I think 2-3 year difference.
Killing Joke was great. It's the one comic I read that I loved. The fucking movie adaptation broke me.
Oh,
it was so stupid. What a fucking disappointment! You have the origin of the joke, and then you just, oh god, it's so goddamn frustrating.
Yes.
Anyway,
I know,
but I love this part. I love this. I love this when he comes out of the room. And
I love,
he's having
his inner monologue is Batman
Dude.
talking to him, talking down to him. It's so good.
He's having a panic attack, and again, the flashbacks come, and he's like, all right, I know what I have to do. And just like, what a fucking badass dude. He's like, he retired. And I love this scene here.
Oh,
he sees the bat come crash because that's a symbol, right? That's what happens. This bat's not done with him. And you'll see that later on in the movie, where he has a fucking amazing moment where he's in the Batcave and he's just like having this.
It's a little like the spirit of vengeance. Ghost Rider and the Crow. You know?
yeah, 100%.
Like
but I love that.
Nick Cage is coming through his window.
Time to put the mask
guard. Yeah, so you get the so it goes right to this, and you see this woman being accosted by one of these mutant legions. I love this. You just see the guy disappear, and then a trail of like blood through the door and the broken glass. You're like, oh, Batman's not fucking around, man. He does not care about saving people. He's like, he's old and he's bitter, and he's just like, tough shit.
I'm gonna. What are the other guys? He's like breaks his leg. He's like, he's young. He'll walk again.
Yeah.
You crippled him.
He'll just remember the fear.
It reminded me of that part of Terminator 2 where he shoots the guy and he's like, he'll live.
He'll live, yeah. But I love that part too here when he gets the pimp. He takes the pimp out and he takes this guy's money. He just rips it up and throws it back at him. I was like, oh god, Batman's such a badass. And this is where we get the Then we get Carrie here, who becomes Robin. And, Vex had a question about this, and I was curious, Gooch. Why did they pick her as Robin? Because what was your question about this, Vex? You had a really good point about this character. Like, paying
Carrie
respect
Kelly,
to the original Robin. I can't remember what...
I don't remember what my question was at all, in all honesty. I just wanted. Well, first of all, where has Robin gone? A, and then B is why is it this young girl specifically that takes this androgynous looking female? And my thinking was they probably made her androgynous so that there'd be a lot less blowback by fans seeing a female Robin, because you basically have to redesign the character then, right? I don't know if that's
right. The Robin got killed, right?
Well, Jason Todd got killed. Dick Grayson became a Nightwing.
Nightwing. He's become, he was part of the Teen Titans. And
what was the choice though to make this villain a woman? Was there any influence that we're aware of?
Funny story. So
please,
Frank Miller was on a plane with John Byrne, and I know this because John Byrne is another one of my it's John Byrne, Frank Miller, and John Byrne's told him, just make her a girl for the story, because Frank Miller was telling him the story, and John Byrne drew out a character, and Frank Miller's like, okay, I'm going to make her a chick. Screw it. I'm just going to do something, because Frank Miller is known at this time for being creatively different. He was doing Daredevil before this, and he took that Daredevil comic and it made it #1 for Marvel. Yeah. It boomed.
Yeah.
And so he just kind of okay, I'm going to do a girl for Robin, and created Carrie Kelly, and that's
I think it's just experimental. I mean,
it could be
an experimental time, really.
Yeah, because Jason Todd was killed by the Joker. That was the whole right, and so that's Well,
John Byrne is like a legend in comics. He is very well known in comics, and he also was kind of miserable at the time because he was leaving the X-Men at that time to do Fantastic Four and Alpha Flight, and then because he was having an argument with Chris Claremont and creative differences and stuff like that, because they both have their egos, and so this is John Byrne's way of saying screw them, do your thing, just do
your own thing. I love this though. So you got Batman coming back doing his thing, and that scene which you didn't see, but that's on the cover of the comic and the movie is where the lightning strike comes in when he's flying, sweeping across the rooftops, and the cop and the which is just like, if you remember The Dark Knight Rises, the part where the cops are, when he comes back, he's like, oh, you're in for a show tonight. Yep. Obviously that's where they got this from, but I love how the young cop is just like, what is that? He's like, what the hell's going on? And the older dude's like, oh, I know what that is. It's like, and he's going along with it. And he's telling the younger cop, just chill, let Batman do his thing. And he's like, no, I got to go in there and get him. And I love this. he stops and he's like, "Yeah, these men are mine." And the old cop's like, "Yeah, whatever you want, Batman." Like, go ahead and get him. It's just, look how intimidating. If you saw this dude, even if it an older Batman, you wouldn't be intimidated by this. It's like,
I mean,
Jesus,
shoot,
man.
if a walking cartoon was in front of me, I'd be terrified.
Well, the dude is like the size of
Roger
a
Rabbit.
V-shaped door. You know, so
he's a big dude.
I don't know
yeah.
how anybody confuses that billionaire with that door-shaped superhero.
God damn it, Whitey, stop it! That is true, though. Yeah, I like here. They're just like whatever, and I love I like how he struggles a little bit to pull himself up because he's older. You know, he's not gonna. It's not gonna be as easy. Yeah, he gets hurt, and then he just kind of tears through him.
I'm back. I have to respond to Whitey because I've been drinking tons of fluids, and I'm just a giant piss ball right now. Whitey, Frank Miller is a god, and he's unique in his style.
Yeah, Whitey.
Okay.
Just show your white nips and be just. We love you, Whitey.
Make the MMM calendar on this stream. Come on, give us some shots to work with.
Yeah, there you go. Give us some screenshots.
I'm just looking for any part of the movie where I see a black dude.
Yeah, actually, I don't think I remember seeing any of this at all.
Oh yeah, you're going to see a couple coming up. Well,
okay.
You saw the pimp. You saw the pimp.
If there's crime,
that's
right?
true.
Come on.
Okay, somebody in the chat keep a counter for any.
There's one.
Africanist Americana.
Got one.
There's one.
We got one. Yeah.
Do your thing, Bats. Yeah.
Do your thing. Yeah, he's just.
There's a Hispanic.
He's warning him. I would go in there if I were you.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. And then this is where they just kind of. This is funny. She's like, well,
I love how they're like Batman severely injured some bad guys. Like, how dare he?
Yeah, bad guys. This is them talking about. What does the girl say? Like he was a
like one of them says like he was like a giant wolf, and the other one's like, oh, he was clearly a man, but he must have been like 12 feet tall.
12 feet. Don't exaggerate. I love these outfits too. God, this is so good.
I actually quite liked that all of their all their reported sightings of Batman were so exaggerated because it's fear is a pretty central thing throughout both parts of this series, right? Like if it's not Batman with the fear that he experienced with his parents and the fear of like leaving Gotham all alone, then there's Clark with his fear of not standing up for what he believes is right in America. And then if you look at the villains, Joker fears losing his better half altogether.
Yep.
And Harvey Dent just has the fear that he'll never be normal. Like he's just permanently damaged. So I do like that even in the secondary characters that don't really have any say later on, the fear is still there. Yeah.
It's there. Yeah, that's exactly.
Bush, I just want to Bush says like Batman hurts criminals. No way. In the comics, Batman would like cripple the criminals. Yeah, he would absolutely break their legs, break their arms and stuff like that. The movies is where it just kind of got silly. Yeah,
pulled back a little bit. Yeah.
But
I like this part where the criminal guy is like trying to say, that Batman or whatever, Batman like it was abused him, and the cops were part of it was this last scene where the bad guys were in that warehouse, and I like how Gordon's so smart. He's like, all right, release him. Whatever. He's like, oh wait, but Batman's back now, so
yeah.
Go. And he's like, well, what about protections? Nah, he's good, thanks. I like here because, like I said, he's an older Bruce Wayne, so he's like getting his bones cracked, and he's a little sore. It's his first time being Batman.
I like
in
how
a decade.
Alfred's like, I have an old family remedy. It's slow and painful. You'll probably like it.
Yeah, and I like this here. He's like, I'm still the prime beneficiary on your will, right? Fucking how old? So if he's 55, how old is Alfred here? In his 80s?
He's probably like, he's got to be about 75, 80.
75, 80. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's at the age where Bruce's chin is bigger than his entire head.
Right.
Oh, fucking Whitey. Never change, buddy. So this is where that criminal who got set free went back to his old place. And so he's working with the Two-Face, right? This is the whole thing. These guys are all Two-Face's people, soldiers, whatever the fuck you want to say. But Batman's not stupid. He's like, yeah, I knew that he would be too smart to come back here, but I knew you'd be stupid enough basically too. So that's why I followed you back here. And this guy falls through the glass all by himself because that's what Batman does, right? Incites fear. And he tells him everything that's happening with Two-Face basically. And, but I like this where they go back to the bat symbol, and he's like, you know, why turn the cop's like, why turn it on? He's like, because I want people to know, you know, once you see that sign go out, and they did that, and that's what they played that up in all the Batman movies, right? Especially the Batman, which everybody loved with Robert Pattinson. But in the beginning of that movie, once that symbol, that sign went up, people were like, "Uh-oh."
Don't you talk bad about my boy Robert Pattinson.
Oh, Twilight, twink you.
But I mean, like so much of this movie is about the symbology of Batman.
Yeah, me too.
I like
Sorry,
what
go
they
ahead.
did with the bat signal. Instead of shining it up into the clouds, which probably wouldn't do much, they shine it on a building. I thought that was that was cool.
Yeah, because it shines right into her window, and she's like, I love her parents in this. It's like typical, just liberal, like, oh, all the marching we did he's a fascist, and hey, you want to smoke some weed? It's like, not that that's a problem, but it's just in general, just sitting in the house bitching without doing anything, you know, about it. And just complaining and then you can see she's just depressed until she sees the light. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I got such a chubby looking at that.
Hold on. I can hear something rising on your screen.
Yeah,
the dark gooch rising.
Gooch rises. Yeah. So this is where they're kind of planning out what's going to happen, and they find out. So yeah, they even say that Two-Face rewrapped his bandages, and they're just kind of going through the whole. Yeah, so they find out that he's do they know what he has planned yet? He hasn't made his appearance yet, Two-Face, right? They just know he's up to something. They just don't know what yet, right? This fucking doctor.
Right there, they were saying that he stole 2 helicopters.
Helicopters, right?
Attack helicopter and just a basic helicopter.
This fucking doctor is like you said, got every problem with modern fucking medicine. Never mind 1984. Just the victim mentality. It's always somebody else's fault.
Well, that was go ahead.
No, you're good.
Got sandals.
I was just gonna say that was the time when like they started introducing don't no spanking kids, no like let's be like using our words instead of actions.
Right.
And
let's go back to spanking our kids.
Psychiatrists were making a killing back then.
Oh, I can imagine.
Introduced with all the books and everything. So that's why he put it in there.
Right.
So
This dude,
you're seeing kind of the pitfall of that now, because those people grew up and had kids, and now those kids are the fucking weak, low T little pussies that we have running around today.
Dude,
yes,
100% facts.
Having
People that
temper
get fucking-
tantrums in the street.
Right. Menu anxiety. There's a thing called menu anxiety. Did you know that?
Wait, what? Menu anxiety?
What? Yes.
Is that exactly what I think it is?
Yeah, you get anxiety looking at the menu at a restaurant because you don't know what to choose. So you get anxiety over it.
Vex. I was in pre-op and this girl was talking about her anxiety like it was a disability. I was just like, shut the fuck up. And she was like, and she was just naming off all the anxieties that she has and her parents are aware. And I was just like, I felt like going over there, slapping her silly and just saying,
you should have. It would have slapped the anxiety out of her.
I was just like, holy fuck. Like,
Jesus Christ,
I have anxiety that they made Frank Zappa a psychiatrist in this movie.
Oh god, yeah. So this is where Two-Face is like, I have these helicopters, I have these bombs on this bridge, and that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna blow up everything. And then Batman does his thing. And he just fucking tears these guys apart, man. Like it was so great to watch it live happen on.
I love how he's using the fear toxin too.
Yeah,
yeah, that is
like that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. So then he's got to diffuse Two-Face lied to you. I love this. Yeah, Peter Weller was so goddamn good.
Oh yeah,
God, he was.
Him
so
and Kevin Conroy were the best.
The best
voices for Batman.
Yeah, I like
think
how
he got that. He probably got that freeze gadget from Freeze too. It's cool that there's
use
little
that.
hints, just little hints about other villains.
I know he's like Mega Man or something.
He has all the power. He's fucking lady. Yeah, I like how here where he's falling because the wire gets shut, but he uses the catapult thing that shoots right into the helicopter, and then he knocks Two-Face off of it. And then this part here you don't see it because we can't scrub, but he takes Two-Face's mask off to see if he did anything to his face, right? and then he didn't. He sees himself, like you said, the dysmorphia. He sees himself with both parts of his face being,
Well, didn't he see that the not messed up side of his face was the messed up side?
It was the whole face.
How he saw it?
He saw the whole face.
No, I mean, in other comic books, wouldn't?
I don't know.
He
No,
saw
in the book,
his good side of his face is the bad side.
No, in the book, he sees himself. I have the book right in front of me. He sees himself as both. Like he's all red.
Yeah, because he even says like they thought they fixed me, but they made it worse, basically. And he just can't. And I like this part here, right here, where he says, "Look at me and have your laugh." And like he's talking about like not fitting in. He's like, "Yeah, you and me both."
Yeah,
they
did this.
Line.
They did that part exactly. They did from the book. I'm on the page, and he sees himself as both. Like, have your laugh, Batman. Take a look, and he's like indicating that he's all burnt up and acid.
If you notice, I love these little nods to the DC comics throughout the movie. Like here in the background, you see Swamp Thing, and in the other one you see Flash. It's like, oh, little things I never caught before. Really cool little Easter eggs. This is where he goes into the store, and then is this where? Yeah, this is where one of the bad guys he shoots him. Right? Is this one of the mutant gang people? I forget.
He's a 17-year-old that gets shot.
Yeah. Gordon just blows his fucking face off. Victim Rights Task Force. Both call it. Fucking A, man. Yeah. This is where she puts on the Robin outfit. Oh, 2. That's 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not a. There you go. I think he's A-okay.
Typical black speech.
It makes me sick to see such a
violence. Dynamite. He's A-okay.
What if the economy here is it's always just like, oh, we have to show patience, and I don't like what Batman's doing. It's fucking funny.
Freaking soy boy.
Yeah. This is where she does put on the Robin outfit and starts to do her thing.
Yeah, she almost falls and she's like, road pizza.
Yeah. So she's just kind of moving around, and then Gordon's a week away from retirement, and Jimmy Olsen, look at him.
Yep.
He's got shoulders like Zach's.
Beautiful.
That was the fashion.
Jimmy Olsen's about the size of one of Zach's shoulders.
Oh God. Yeah. So the kid. Yeah. So they talk about the mutants that they kidnapped. Was a kid, right? Yeah. They kidnapped a kid.
Yeah.
Like the heir, like some kind of young heir, or something like that.
Look at his glasses.
Ugly woman.
Yeah.
Dude, it's true. It's so true.
Those glasses were in
with all
so
this
many
Cyclops 80s cosplay.
There were so many of those shades were everywhere in the 80s. They were
that's
so many TV.
It's the first thing I said when Sassy even said, she goes, "Oh my God, how 80s is this?" I was like, It's pretty.
I like this part. This guy's like, "Get out of the way."
Blows him down.
Just gets through him. Yeah. And look at the blood on the window. So it's like, oh God, the glass. It's so good. Back off or I'll kill him. It's like, okay, bro.
I had Chad Townsend on, not Chad Townsend, Chad Townsend on my channel, and he was talking because he worked for DC doing animation, and he talked about doing some of this. He loved doing this. Like it's.
Oh, I can imagine. How much fun this would be.
Oh yeah, you're like a little kid trying to recreate something that you loved in the 80s. Oh.
I can imagine. Look at these. I love this line. You know who I am, punk. It's like such.
Cedar Wheeler's been waiting so long to say that.
I know. This is my Clint Eastwood. Oh, thank you, Zax. Well, thank you, Zax, for being a member for 7 months, my man.
Mm-hmm.
You and
I
your
kind of feel like he got 2 of those months because he had this one, and then back in RoboCop, he had Your Move, Creep.
Wait, is this serious or is this a joke? Is that? I have no idea. Is that actually? I'm gonna guess that's a joke.
It has to be a joke.
It's a movie. It's
not
like,
exactly one with a glowing.
Isn't it the same? It's the same thing as same style as Sin City, right?
Yeah, it's basically filmed like a Sin City knockoff. I mean, even though it's probably a much better idea than that, it's just they tried to do that style. Without the talent behind it.
Yeah, I like this. I like this part. I think I'm bleeding, and he's like, he's like, I'm the only one who can get you to a hospital or something. He's like, you know,
do you bleed?
Like, do you bleed? Yeah. Do you bleed?
Martha, why did you say that name?
Why did you bleed?
Carrie, yeah.
Yeah, Carrie starts
Kelly
to do her ninja
introduces
thing
herself. Yeah, introduces herself to the villains of the streets. I didn't care for Carrie Kelly when I was a kid, but I appreciate her now because she's such a unique character, and she
it's
fits
different,
really well with the story. Yeah, it's a different story, and I appreciate what Frank Miller did with this. Just like screw these guys. I'm going to do a story.
Yeah, I like that.
Hold on, you know what? In the second part, we'll disprove that because there's a specific scene where she woman's a little too hard. But also, Abomination AJ is a new member.
Oh, AJ, you beautiful. Here, I'm gonna pull a sassy and do.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, AJ. Beautiful man.
Thanks, shit. On in this.
Oh, yeah, here we go, Mr. Dune agenda.
Oh my God, morning, Andrew, buddy. You have no idea how much I want to just be talking about Dune instead of this right now.
I know, especially that's how I was after I saw it. I just couldn't stop, and then obviously within a few days I was like, all right.
Well, but, no, just like now that because I got home and I watched it again on a bootleg, so I've seen it twice today. Okay,
twice. I know.
It's better with the second watch. I do kind of want to go. I have problems with it, but I still like it.
Nice,
sure.
It's still objectively.
That's what I was saying before the stream. It's good. If you like the first one, you'll definitely like the second one. Definitely.
So Batman just left a dude a gun to shoot himself with.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did. The military guy, because he was being a bad
selling
boy.
arms.
Yeah, I need money to pay for my wife. I married her even though she has Down syndrome.
Now you're gonna kill yourself. I won't do it. What is it? Well, he was gonna say that line that they said in Batman Begins. I don't have to kill you, but I don't have to save you either. Yeah.
Should do Batman ASMR.
Oh.
He seems to like that idea.
Yeah,
look at him.
Oh, dude, he's like, I made that guy commit suicide. Fear me. Fucking love
stuff in the Batcave.
What's up, Joshua? Hey, I'm gonna be playing lightsabers with Joshua in April.
Don't cross the streams.
That's what we're gonna do. Me and Josh are gonna cross our lightsaber. I knew you were
a fucking faggot.
I knew it was coming. I I sensed it.
We used to call it playing swords, but I guess that's
well, it's we're going sci-fi.
2024 now.
Yeah, we're going sci-fi.
With the damn times.
Yeah,
the
Schwartz. This is where the mutant leader meets Batman for the first. This guy's pretty scary looking. Now, I don't understand. I was a little confused, Jay. Like, was there any backstory to who the mutant people were, or is it just a gang that he just created for this?
It was just a gang. It's just like it's they indicate like the villains or the rogues were taking over.
Okay.
There was really no backstory to it. He's just thought he'd just use mutants, and I think it was also a shot at Marvel because of mutants and
That's smart. Okay, I didn't. What do we think of the Bat Tank?
Love it. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Freaking love it.
It's amazing. Yeah. As soon as that came onto the screen, I was having flashbacks of like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. I was like, yo, this is exactly what I do.
Yeah.
Just going with a tank and a
Just going with a tank. It's so
What do we
good.
think about dude's spike nipples?
Oh, love
those
them.
are
Absolutely
sexy.
love them. Yeah.
It's the first thing I said to Vex. She's like, the mutant guy. And I'm like, oh, I love his nips.
Yeah, those are tactical nipples.
Right.
I love the cut. I love the cut. Can you go back one frame?
Oh God, I broke everything. Oh
Stop
God,
breaking it.
God damn it! Oh look, they're getting electrocuted.
Yeah.
God damn it!
Go forward.
I think I lost your spot.
Just the color scheme with the orange.
Oh, when they're. I don't know if I can get it.
When they're shooting the grenades,
and the
grenades
the
fall.
sun's in the background. Yep.
Yeah.
Look at the
shots.
Yeah,
that
look
is
at that. If you saw that thing coming at you, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
So was this where the Tumblr was kind of influenced by?
Yeah,
I think so,
everyone was influenced by this book.
Well,
a lot of people.
That's true. Here comes missile nips. going after him. Yeah.
Right
What I
there.
love about look at that shot. Yeah. How do you not like this artwork, Whitey? God damn it. Just kidding. I love you. Maybe.
Refer back to the nipples.
Go back. Yeah, I love how Batman, like he wants to go one-on-one with him, and maybe 20 years ago he would have been able to take this guy because he's younger, more, and he makes the mistake. He gets right at him though, right? He's trying to punch him. He puts up a fight, but he's not the same Batman. He's slowed down. This guy's super strong. He's faster.
He's also like using brute force against him instead of
just being smart.
So
I think this guy saw Batman and Robin. He was like, the way to beat him is to have bigger bat nipples.
So you have a credit card though.
Just this was also an influence for Bane.
Yep.
Yes.
So when they were creating Bane, because I talked to Chuck Dixon and
excuse me,
Graham Nolan about this, and they said that Frank Miller, when they did this, they came up with the idea with Dennis O'Neil about coming up with a character that could take on Batman in his prime, because Batman says he's not, like Alfred says, you're not in your prime anymore,
right?
And this guy's in his prime. So like they wanted to have someone like this, but different, to take on Batman and wear him down and break him. Yeah, they came up with Bane. Yeah,
well, it's one of the best characters. Go ahead, Gord.
Like smothers his face in guano.
It was like guano.
I'm gonna need an umbrella to shield me from all these names.
Yeah, it gives him time.
Woo!
Yeah, she's got to save because Batman got his ass kicked here, and he's like near death basically. And but she takes him to the bat tank. And it does like I love this. This guy's just driving along, and the bat tank's like, "Get the fuck out of my way!" It just pushes him off to the side. But yeah, this thing's evaluating him, and he's like, "You got to get to a hospital." And he's just like, he's giving up like his name, and Alfred's like, "Shut up! What are you doing?" And he's like, and at this point, Bruce Wayne's like, "Who gives a shit, man? I'm fucking old. I don't have time for this crap."
I think this
anymore.
kind of plays into like the influence he has as a symbol. Is that he this, like, he didn't even recruit this girl. It's like this girl found him. And like he's had a profound influence on her. And honestly, that's kind of what the mutants are. A lot of the mutants are kind of lost young people who are just getting behind, symbols,
whatever they can.
They need direction.
What is her backstory? What's her backstory? I mean,
she
does some kind of technical stuff, and
she's just a kid that's in love with Batman, and she just she was just created out of nowhere by John Byrne and Frank Miller. It was
she does reset his shoulder here, and I like how
there is really no like background to her.
Her acrobatics.
This is her first appearance. Like she's like, you don't know anything about.
You don't know her, Whitey. Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it, you don't know her
background.
Yeah. I don't know how many acrobatics classes she took, or resetting bones classes she took, or whatever. But hey,
the thing I love about this,
how to rewire a bat helicopter.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Jay.
The thing I love about this movie too, because like Batman's known to be very methodical and knows he traces down his enemies and watches them and looks for the weak spots, and he'll take them out that way. This book, it's all emotion. Like Bruce back, like he's just vengeance. That's all he is. He's not going into any battle smart until later on, obviously.
Yeah. He's angry.
He's got a lot of pent up rage too.
Yeah.
He's hadn't been Batman for a while, so it's like
midlife crisis.
She wants some. She's like 6. She's like a kid. Boosh. What the
I love
hell?
this. I love this shot too.
Oh, this part was great where he takes piece by piece. He's taking the blood and he's walking up, and she's like, "Where is he going?" He's like, "He's going to find himself. Just find his strength." And I love this where he's bleeding and he gets back up, and he's again remembering his past. And that's his motivation, right? And then he's yet like screaming out, like, "I know you. Yeah, you're not finished with me. You're never finished with me." And you see the bat. This smile. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What the hell, Boosh? And she's like 13 in this. God damn it.
What's up, Josh?
Fuck, man. But yeah, that look. That's so good. And I love how the bat flies towards him again. And is this the mayor? This guy, dude.
He might be Asian.
You know who he's supposed to resemble is the
Kim Jong-il?
No, the guy from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
The
bad guy.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Guy gets his face melted.
I want somebody to wear these on the next stream.
Done.
Yeah. Done. Yeah.
Hold on.
There's Lana Lang, but she now that was Lana Lang the love interest of Superman at one point, or Clark Kent, wasn't it? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
You're thinking Lois Lane, but
no. Who was the girl that he dated back in Smallville, before, like when he was in high school?
Oh, that
wasn't Lana Lang.
No.
No. What was her name though? You know what I'm talking about, right? The redheaded.
Lana Lang is typically, in like Smallville, and
that's what I'm saying. Okay,
Lane, but not Lang.
Oh, okay. Lana Lane. Okay.
Yeah.
And I like how they're going to have a debate about the psychologist. It's fucking Dr. Bartholomew. Fucking, oh, God, I hate Walper. I hate that guy. Look at him. It's like a fucking child pizza eater.
I'm sorry. I'm more taken by fucking Lana Lang looking like she ate whales for breakfast. Like, God damn.
She likes her donuts, Vex. She likes her donuts.
That's a man in a wig, basically. All the women in this fucking adaptation are ugly.
They're ugly.
Just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. They're all fat and old and ugly.
Yeah, Gordon's
wife's the only one.
There were some women in the beginning when when Gordon and him were at a restaurant that were drawn attractively, but yeah, all of like their old lovers are like gross looking.
Lana Lang's base though,
yeah,
he's like she got a good take, and she's looking at the raw Jason Todd's outfit here, and he's like, all right, let's get you trained, basically, let's do it, and then 83
actually that's Dick Grayson.
I'm sorry, Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson. Sorry. Yeah, that was my bad. Look at this guy. Batman is like, this guy's pretty.
This guy kind of looks like Stellan Skarsgård in Dune.
Yeah.
Did Batman rip his nose off?
There you go, Andrew. I'm spreading the propaganda too.
Yeah, there you go, Andrew. We got you. Lana looking like a sandworm. Looked like she ate a sand fucking worm.
Sandworms look better than that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. We will kill Gordon. I like this. I like how they show it like just the shades with the light coming through. It's so awesome. And there's the mayor. This is Vex's favorite person in the whole.
Yeah, his one-liners is just like, we're looking into it, and then it cuts away. Like he's clearly just a plot, and I like it. It's unintentionally hilarious.
It's great. It's great.
I think the only all the women who get stuff done in this movie look like lesbians.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very true. Yeah, so they're saying she's going to be the new commissioner once Gordon retires, and I like this. All this in brains too. Isn't attractive.
I think the message here is nothing stops a flood of crime like a bunch of dykes.
Wait. Pink didn't exist before 1984, did she?
No, this is Frost. Frost.
Yeah.
It didn't exist to be easy on the eyes for you.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I can't even see her.
Yeah, so this is where the mayor
down G4. She's going to Gotham next.
It's like, yeah. Let's let the mayor go in with this.
Honestly, like this guy's look at it. He's got steel nipples, for Christ's sake, and you have the handcuffs on in front. What did you think was going to happen to the mayor? He's like, the poll said I have to go at typical politician. I love it.
I'll be honest, the more liberal things get in certain places, I'm just waiting for this kind of story to happen at this point.
Yeah,
this does not feel that far-fetched to me.
You have not seen my Friday nights, my friend.
Whoa.
Is that a third invitation?
I was going to say, I'll come to Canada if we're having a good time. Jay.
It's both. It's both.
Okay. Wait, I called you on a Friday night. Were you busy while I was? Never mind.
I just put the gimp away.
I appreciate that. Thank you. That's what that moaning was in the background.
Yeah. Be quiet over there. I'm on the phone.
I like this scene here because again, I love that when Vex watches these things, she's just like kind of like putting stuff in the Twitter messages. She goes, "Oh, he's dead." I was like, yeah, he got his fucking head ripped off. It was so fucking good. Yeah, and I like how this guy's like, yeah, the mutant leader has been returned to his cell. The mayor's dead. He's just like all distraught, and they're like, oh, Mayor Stevenson, and it's this fucking other twerp, the deputy mayor becomes the mayor. Now, This here again with the arm where he's wearing the apparatus. If you remember Dark Knight Rises, where he puts the one on his leg.
Yep.
That's obviously a little.
I honestly think a lot of like the Dark Knight Rises, a lot of that beginning stuff before, Bane takes over is done pretty well. And fits a similar vibe as this, but obviously this does all the other stuff a lot better.
Yeah. And this is where he's basically like, he's explaining how he's going to use his brains next time to fight this guy. He can't be a savage, just go after him. And I love how he switches to the darker suit from the lighter one.
Mm-hmm.
I actually prefer
have
this
a spelling contest.
Yeah. I like this suit better. I like the old one. I do like the old, but this one, I don't know. There's something about this style of the suit that I love. Oh, with the black symbol, it's badass. But this is where he's going to train.
Does this count, Whitey, as adding black representation? Does this count?
Yeah, is this dark? Is this dark? Whitey? What?
Is it dark enough for you?
What? I went up to my wife and I said, "I'm taking this from your head."
Should we all wear these things now?
It's like if the mutants they all like their movement spread down south, but they don't have the technology to look good. They got
that Batman got to quit, y'all.
Slice and dice.
Slice and dice. Spud.
Spud.
Have you seen the action figure of that darker Batman suit?
No.
I don't think so. No.
I want to get it. It's cool.
Badass. Yeah, this is where he tells her, "I'm going to train you." Yeah, that's what I've heard. It looks amazing. Yeah, this is where he tells Carrie, like, "I'm going to train you, but if you don't follow my rules, you're fired." He says that throughout the whole movie, which is kind of funny. But
he says that to all the Robins.
This is me and Whitey.
These guys do the chicken leg.
My name is Rob. My name is Don.
I'll be Don. You can be Rob.
I'll be Rob. Yeah. So basically, they're setting up the mutants to show up at the mud pit again to kind of get the mutant leader over there. So because the whole point is he wants to be a symbol, right? So he has to show them that he's superior to the mutant leader and just take him over.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I love this. I knew about the pipe and I'm like, dude, you're fucking 13. You don't know shit about pipe, lady. Stop.
I was actually a little disappointed when I first read this that she hadn't shaved her head. I thought for a second she shaved her head.
Yeah. No, she didn't. I like this scene here because this is where the new commissioner's coming in. He's like, you're a few days early. And she's basically like, yeah, you were my hero. But one thing we don't see eye to eye is the Batman thing. And he gives this great speech about like back in what was it, World War II, Pearl Harbor, and how like back then he was the whole thought of like the government knew what was going to happen to save lives in the long run. And he was just like, you know what? It was just too big. The whole thing was just too big for me. So I had to just let it go.
Yeah, he talks a lot about like FDR being a big symbol for the soldiers and what that stood for. I actually do have a question for Jay on this. Did they intentionally design her and Carrie to look similar? Because she looks like an older Carrie. I wasn't sure if there was a reason for that or not.
I'm not sure about. I don't think so.
Okay.
One looks like kid Lofty, and one looks like grown up Lofty.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Jacob?
Yeah, go ahead, Jacob. Sorry.
It slipped my mind. I don't remember now.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
If I remember, I'll say something.
Pop on anytime, buddy. Pop in anytime. This is this woman coming in is like, "Oh, you're my hero, but I'm going to do it better than you." I mean, that's the impression I get. I'm going to arrest Batman. Yeah. So, yeah. That was a good speech, though. I like this scene. It was really good. Well written, good dialogue.
Yeah, that speech was good.
And he's like, I'm telling you this story, so hopefully one day you'll understand what I'm saying. And then, of course, she does. But you're done for the night. I like this.
What's funny is as to the letter as she pretends to be, she's incredibly incompetent.
Yeah, really. Horribly.
She's highly incompetent,
especially towards the end, which is fucking hilarious. I love this.
In a very itchy trigger finger too.
Yeah. Cute toy. This is where the mutant leaders like messing with the cop and the commission. Yeah. Sorry, Jacob. Go ahead, buddy.
No, you're good.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is where the cell opens up and they let him out, and he's like, "What the fuck? Look at those nips, man. How do we get those?" Jay, me and you, buddy. Let's go. Gord, you want to join us?
I already have them.
Oh, excuse me.
I mean, do they have to unscrew those before they actually allow you to go to jail, or like at least blunt them?
All you got to do is like a chest bump to shiv somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is where the whole gang, he's ready. And I love how Batman just comes from behind and just tackles him into the mud. And he just
that scene is so good.
Oh, look at it. He just comes out. It's my favorite, one of my favorite scenes. And he's going after him, and you're slow and all this. And he's like, yeah, you're not too bright. And you're not too bright.
This fight scene. This fight scene was fucking awesome.
Oh my
God.
Just cutting him down.
Look at that.
Right. He's already fought him. He's already fought him once, and Batman's really good at like picking out like your weaknesses.
Yeah, he cuts him right above the eye, so the blood's going into his eyes and the mud, And he does purposely. He's in the mud pit because he says everybody's slow in the mud pit. When you're knee deep in the mud, it's like, oh man, so smart. And they're starting to turn too. They're like, no, Batman's no spud, whatever. And he does get his ass kicked a little bit.
I didn't understand the spud part. Like they keep calling Spud.
I don't fucking know, man.
I think they're all just retarded.
I like
how
I
was gonna say
that. Yeah, that
hits him in like a nerve cluster in his arm, and he didn't even feel anything. He's like, what was that? How you're not going to be? You didn't feel anything, but you're not going to be able to move that arm.
Moving that arm. Yeah. And then you think,
he basically cluster fucked him.
He did. And then this is my favorite fucking line in one of my favorite lines in the whole fucking movie, where he says, you don't get it, son. He just calls everybody son. You don't get it. This isn't a mud hole. It's an operating table. And I'm the surgeon. He just starts breaking his arms. And
that's like such a Stallone line. You're disease, and I'm the cure. I love it.
The cure.
I love it.
Yeah, so 80s, right? Oh, it's so good. And he smashes his fucking face, and they're like, "Oh God, this guy's a fucking savage." And then they're like, "Yeah, okay, we love him now." And then, this is where he's watching TV, and they're just talking to Gordon. Gordon's done. He's leaving. Poor Gordon.
Well, they join him. They actually join Batman.
Yeah, they do. The Sons of Batman.
Yeah.
And look at this smile. He's like, look what I did, Martha. And then again, I love this where they're talking about the Sons of Batman come on, right? So Joker's like, oh, look, Batman's back, and he turns and smiles, but Batman, and he's all sweetheart. Well, that was the end of part one. We'll go to part two real quick.
Darling.
Yeah. Darling. Yeah, darling. It's so good.
That's the main villain of Lost doing his voice.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, does a really good job.
Oh wow,
does a really good job. Yeah,
yeah. We'll just get to the part.
I like it for people who've never like who weren't around at this time. You don't understand how incredible this book series was when it came out, because like
just 4 parts,
Batman.
Right?
Yeah, there's 4 books. Like this like Batman was always looked at like he beats the bad guy at the end of every book. Like it was like there was not really like anything going on with DC. It was kind of failing a little bit, and because like Marvel and DC had ebbs and flows with they were at the peaks, and then they were almost selling out. And when they did this series, it was just a total game changer. It was just everyone talked about these comics. It was just unreal.
And I think what's interesting is, the 80s, there was a lot of like music and stuff like that about lost youth and rebellious youth and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah,
this is really playing into that a lot, which is really, really cool.
This is interesting because this point right here, sorry, buddy, I'll get back to you in a second. I just wanted to say a lot of people feel that part 1 was better than part 2. Sassy liked part 2 a little better than part 1. I actually think part 1's slightly better.
I'm not sure which part I like
but
more.
They're both fantastic. They're both
close.
Yeah. Sorry, Whitey, what were you going to say there, you sweet hillbilly?
My darling. Let's see. So up until this point, because I've got some various Batman comics and stuff like that, but Frank Miller is known for having more violent comics. Was Batman ever up until this point, in 84, I guess is when he took over doing this, was it ever this violent in the comics?
No. It was
so that must have been a big shock, especially back
then. Yeah. Like this part, like we're getting into it when you're reading the books, and I don't want to say too much, but when you see the Joker running through the streets with a gun shooting,
oh God, that was like crazy.
I'm like, what the hell? Like you never saw that with the Joker. You never saw that.
Yeah,
he just started blasting.
I like this. So yeah, he's coming to. Because he's like, I have a reason to live again, and he's just playing everybody, of course. But he this fucking like it's funny because this guy's like, hey, you know what? Do you want to be on a TV show? I could probably set that up. It's like that would probably never fucking happen, but it's a comic book, you know. But,
I don't know. I see a lot of people who should be in asylums on TV.
Denegades, yeah, today, yeah, especially today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they get him, and the guy who plays the talk show host is Conan O'Brien, by the way, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
And here we go. This is where we get our introduction to Frank Miller's version of Superman. Sorry, go ahead, Jacob.
And the stormtroopers, yeah.
Yeah, outside. And I like how this is
Storm.
Reagan. Yeah, look at Reagan. Look how he interpreted Reagan here. Yeah, this is crazy.
And this was Killing Joke came out after this. I think
not
Killing
long
Joke
though, right?
Yeah, Killing Joke was like 2 years later.
Yeah, they're like 2-3 years ago. Yeah. Oh, is it 88? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, this is where Superman's like, I can talk to him, but he's like, yeah, do what you can. Be a good boy. Like he's the government pet, right? Good boy. It's like Jesus. Like, but Superman really ever fucking just bowed down to the government? Was he ever like that in the comic? I don't think so, right?
I think in the kind of 80s dystopia they've sort of set up here, if you want to call it that, I think that's. I mean, if Superman wanted to keep operating with the type of government they described, that's probably what he would have.
What he would do.
Yeah,
I guess that makes sense. But who's to stop? Like, the thing is, like, I think the whole argument I was reading online is like he's Superman, even though he's all justice and nice. He can be like, I don't have to listen to you. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I mean, I guess the tough decision he would have to, if you stand against the government, it's a lot of people are going to turn against you. The country is going to kind of align itself as being against you, and it's
right.
I guess in his eyes, he might think it's better to be cooperative and let people trust authority, because authority is to a certain extent important, obviously, because of law and things like that. But yeah, it's it can go the wrong way pretty quick because that's what the government is.
That's what clearly nobody can say no to a ridiculous zombie version of President Reagan.
Well, lady, yeah, this is where Bruno is a she and she's a gang leader, and then these guys are just following her, and it's funny. And there you go, Vex.
Swats-to-cups.
Swats-to-cups.
She's hot. And she's
modeled after Bridget Nielsen.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. She's these people are she's pretty vicious, and I like how the old lady comes out of the back like, you're overpricing it, and then he just starts beating the shit out of people. You're like, oh, that's Batman. Okay, it's a good disguise.
But he did that a lot. Batman had a lot of he had Matches Malone was another character he used a lot in the comics.
I was going to ask
into
about
prisons. That. Yeah, he did that a lot.
I think that character was even in the animated series.
Matches Malone or the old woman?
Yeah.
Matches
Malone.
Yeah, that's one of his infamous
aliases.
Aliases, yeah.
I like this. And he's like, if you pull that trigger, I'll be coming back for you. It's like fucking Batman. But yeah.
What's the motivation behind her character, Bruno? What's the motivation behind her?
Really, there's really no explanation. She's just somebody.
Josa censoring my breasts.
9. Yeah, look at her.
Hey, swastikas are up here, buddy.
Yeah, I love how he's in the shadows. He's like, if you're lucky, you'll end up in jail. And then in the meantime, you see the excerpts of Superman coming into Gotham, right?
This is so ridiculous.
It's so good.
This is so fucking dumb.
It's so good. It's so
when she got her implants,
great.
you think she already had the swastikas, or was that after?
Yeah.
That is her superpower.
That is, this is where this part was funny. Like, if you're Superman and you have super speed and these people are like, wouldn't you just pick the guy up and pick
Black guy
him back on? Oh, there you go, Whitey.
Okay. We're up to 3.
I
mean, we've missed a bunch.
How many people got injured on that train?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I guess he can't. I wondered for a second. I was like, could he have flown in and saved him? It's like, I guess the speed he was going, he probably would have cut the guy in half.
The dudes fighting in the mud pit don't count.
Look at this.
It
Tell
would-
me the Joker's
It
playing.
would have been
Bruno.
like on The Boys. The Flash guy just runs through his girlfriend.
Oh, there you go,
Just
Gord.
gonna
She's
splat.
working for the Joker.
Okay.
So I guess
What do you
like
think he
she's
promised
just-
her?
Yeah. You think her nips are touching his hand right? They're like, oh,
Free swastikas for life? What?
yeah.
This also inspired Harley Quinn because she was
Mm.
working for the Joker, and
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Harley Quinn was inspired by a buff chick with swastika boobs.
Well, just a female working for the Joker, like
Wow.
Come back, Batman. Touch my nipples.
Yeah.
Frank Miller's
Yeah.
got a lot. He's got a thing with the nipple
Yeah.
stuff going
And
on.
I love how when Superman he hears Superman, he knows immediately. He's like, "Oh God, not right now." He's like, "I'm trying to find out
Yeah.
this information about what Joker has planned on the show, and you're gonna fuck it up." And then I like how they don't show you Superman's face right away. You know, he's in the shadow, and he's just like, "Listen."
Well, because he's
Yeah.
doing what Batman does. He's just lurking in the shadows, right?
Yep. Yeah. Then we get the Cartel Maltese conflict between Russia and America. Look at zombie fucking Reagan.
Which, again, refers back to Bane.
Cold
'cause
War.
Bane is,
Mm.
Yeah.
He's from there. Yep. Yeah. So this is they're just going on about, hey, what are you doing about the Batman thing? And he's like, I don't know what's going on in Gotham, but they have a good governor, and I like how they're all pawning it off to the next guy. Like, sorry, I have a state to run. Go talk to the mayor.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
this guy's like, nah, the police commissioner's handling it. So
Hey, go back. That dude's neck is ridiculous. I love it.
Yeah, really. What the heck?
So now that we're further into this movies, a lot of the voices were done from the cast of Lost. In this.
yeah, that's what they were saying.
Yeah, like you had Michael Emerson as the Joker, who was in Lost. You had what's his nuts there?
What's his nuts?
Nuts.
What's his nuts?
That's your identifier. That's a little concerning. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of his name. God, is it David Selby? Is he another one?
Yeah.
David Selby.
He's Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
he's in
like there's a few of them there in this series from Lost that are in this. So I don't know if like DC
Michael Emerson. Yeah, you said that.
yeah.
Peter Ariel Winter was in this, huh?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
Carrie Kelly. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
All she does basically is voice work, though.
Voice act. Yeah, she does.
And
Yeah.
Wade
Yeah.
Williams, who does Two-Face in this, he his biggest role that I can recall is he was in Prison Break, but he also had a brief cameo in The Dark Knight Rises. He's the guy when they're taking Selena Kyle to prison. He's the one who's like, she'll be fine in here.
Oh,
That's him.
okay.
That's the
Interesting.
name. Sorry, I got the name. Andrea Romano. She's always casting the voices,
Okay.
and she must have loved Lost for some reason because she cast a few of the cast.
Thanks, Sammy. Appreciate the insight. Yeah, this is where the new commissioner now is like, fuck Batman. I'm going after him, breaking and entering. We're done. This is where we get Chad. Fuck. What did you call him? Fabio, Vex? Would you say?
Yeah, this Fabio Superman. Like, what is this outfit?
I don't get this. This is so
This looks like
weird.
it's gonna. This looks like it's some kind of commercial they probably shot with him. That's
No,
what
do you
it
know who
looks like.
Fabio is?
I know who Fabio is.
Yes.
Yeah, from the romance
Yeah.
stuff. This is exactly
Yeah.
how Fabio dresses.
Well, if White Bear was talking in our chat how, Superman's the ultimate patriot, right, for America, then Frank Miller hates that. This is just mocking him, basically. At this point, he's like the patriotic Chad Superman with his shirt unbuttoned and perfect chiseled, and the eagle lands on his arm. It's like, symbol of America, But that's what I got out of that. But
yeah, I got that too. Yep.
yeah, and I love what Batman says here. He's like, he's like, he tells him like we were always criminals, like nothing changed. And I was like, oh, that's a good line, man.
Yeah,
because he knows the truth. He's not trying to hide from it. And
Yeah.
Superman's like, fuck you, buddy. But so if you don't, I wasn't paying attention to this earlier. So you know how Jay, tell me, at the end of the movie, the one-armed guy with the is that Green Arrow?
Yeah, that's Green Arrow.
Yeah, Oliver.
Okay,
Queen,
so there was a scene really quick in here where he talked. Now I don't know if I missed this or if this is I'm retarded, which is probably both. But he talks about how because Bruce Wayne brings up somebody like, "Hey, what did you? Did Superman take his arm? Is that why he wanted revenge?" Because he mentioned something briefly here about, "Hey, what about what you did to so and so?"
I totally forgot about that part.
It's really quick. It's really quick.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, let me check in the book. I'll flip ahead.
Boy Scouts.
Yeah, because he says something about what's Green Arrow's name again? His
Oliver Queen.
Oliver Queen. Yeah.
Yeah, and he says, "What about Oliver? Was that necessary?" Well, like kind of like what you did to him. And he's like, "Oh, I couldn't help that." I was like, "Oh," so I never caught that the first few times I watched this. I was like, "Oh, so that's why he wanted revenge towards the end of the movie because he took his arm."
And it has the eagle killing the rat or whatever.
The rat. Yep.
Yeah, he pulled his arm off.
That's what it was.
He's like, "Give me a hand," and
I love this, man. He's like, "I hope it doesn't get to this point, but if somebody tells me to stop you, I'm gonna have to." And he's such a fucking badass. He's like, whatever. When that happens, may the best, because he's got a plan, right? Bruce Wayne's always got a plan. Batman's always got a plan.
This is part of what keeps Bruce ahead of him planning wise. Is he's already accepted it's going to come down to me and you, and Superman doesn't want to believe that it will.
Yeah.
So Bruce is already just like, of course it's going to come because I'm not stopping.
It's a handsome Ronald Reagan right there.
Yeah, because they were
starting to look like Joe Biden right now. He's almost there.
Where's the ice cream?
Because they were anti-vigilante stuff, and Oliver Queen and all them. And Superman was always, a homeboy for the American. Yeah, so that made sense. That Oliver Queen got his arm ripped off because he, a couple of heroes. I think there was another reference to another hero on this too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they mentioned Hal Jordan. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I think they also reference Wonder Woman too, because he said Diana.
They do. Yes, they do. They do. Yes,
they do.
Pretty much just the whole Justice League.
Yeah, the whole.
This is again. You could take the boys and use this as the boys too. Because
that's
the second part.
So the whole cultural Maltese thing is it's escalating, right? With Russia and America's going to have to step in eventually, and then this is where you get the Joker's henchman. So this guy's like, "Yeah, I took care of everything. I have all these special filters." You're like, "What the hell do they have planned, right?" Because he's like, "Where are these? Only breathe through your nose." So you're like, "Oh, is he going to release some toxin?" And I love this. He's like, "I could kiss you." His fucking voice was creepy as hell, man.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be Humpty Dumpty? Is that
the guy?
Batman? Is the big guy supposed to be Humpty Dumpty? Because that is a Batman villain.
Jay,
I missed it. Sorry, I was looking at something.
Yeah, I thought this was Humpty Dumpty as well.
Yeah, that's.
because look at him. He looks at. Yeah, he looks.
That could have been one of the twins.
That's what I mean. Yeah, one of the Humpty Dumpty twins,
Tweedledee
right?
Tweedledee
and Tweedledum.
Yeah, for the Mad Hatter. Yes.
Okay.
Robin's last class is about to end, and I love these little smirks. Such a fucking badass. Yeah, I like how her friends are like, "Where have you been?" He's like, "I got this night job," and then Alfred pulls up in a limo. She's like, "I gotta go." She's like, "What the fuck?" But it's this is where they create the two flying robots that are gonna gas the whole fucking audience, right? They're just preparing, and there's Joker. I like what does the makeup guy say? You want me to put some lipstick on you too? And he's like, "Oh, I brought my own."
Yeah, why did they make Joker so fucking gay in this? Like,
well, they're playing into that angle of Joker's motivation is Batman, so you could argue he's semi in love with him.
No, but for me, it's always been like the interpretation of Joker's is he loves Batman, but simply because he's kind of the yin to his yang, right? It's not a romantic love, and they really play up the feminine aspect here. So like, "Oh, poor Joker" during the interview, and even like "Put more around my eyes," or like, "I could kiss you," like because he was so happy it's something that the henchman had said. So he was just really fucking gay in this adaptation. It was weird.
Well, they are the bad guy, Vex. So
that is true.
So does that mean like if you're gay, you're evil? Is that what Frank Miller's trying to say?
He was the original. He was the original Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
I'd fuck me.
I would tell me a joke.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
You want to see how I got these scars?
I don't know how much context she wanted us to get there, but I got all of it.
Oh, she went for it. Yeah, more than I needed on a Monday night. But okay, thank you. Yeah, so this is where he tells Robin, like, everything on the helicopter is voice controlled, and if you touch it, don't do what I tell you, you're fired. I love that. But yeah, he comes in and he just he's pissed off, right? Because the cops are after him. Joker got the cops to pay attention to him, so he's like, oh shit, now I'm really gonna have a hard time getting into this studio and finding out what's going on. But he throws his smoke gas, and look at this guy's face, says it all. He just starts kicking everybody's ass.
The police chief woman is also wearing like a equilibrium jacket.
Yeah, the raincoat. Yep.
See, all the gay people keep getting in the way.
Yeah, see? Just follow my lead and be yourself. Oh, God. Yeah, and they bring him out. And then in the meantime, Batman's just kicking everybody's ass, breaking people's fucking arms. Oh, yeah. Just like you see the blood spatter. The blood spatter in the background. Like, it's ridiculous, man.
It is a little funny to me that everybody got, blamed the Joker movie, the 2019 Joker movie. They're like, oh, they ripped that talk show thing from King of Comedy. And I'm like,
it's from this.
This one did it too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's a pure ripoff anyway, but I'm like, I'd say more the idea kind of came from here.
Yeah,
it is. It's from The Dark Knight Returns. That's where it's from.
Yeah. And I like how so Conan O'Brien's character, which is the new talk show host, he's just like, I heard you called 600 people and this and that, and he's like, I just want people to get. And the doctor's immediately like, he wasn't responsible for those killings. I'm like, oh my God, dude, it's the shit we hear today. It's like, oh my God, it's disgusting.
He's like, can I keep this mug?
Yeah. Sure, do whatever you want with it. Yeah, and he's like, he's just trying to ease the tension. It's a weird way, blah, blah, blah. And see, this is where he goes, I thought I was Batman's psychotic obsession.
I do wish Joker had requested to be on something like Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon instead, but
right. In real life.
So this shit wouldn't have happened on Dr. Phil, though.
Dr. Phil can fix him.
I love this. He breaks the glass, cuts the fucking doctor's throat, and then oh my God.
Ooh, what a rough way to go.
I love that. I love that because he's like, yeah, do what you want with the cup. And he's like, well, as long as you won't miss it. You're like, oh Jesus. Such a Joker move. Yeah, then the twins come in and just knock out the whole audience with his laughing gas that kills them. And it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. What is it? It's like, what did you really expect? But whatever. Liberals gonna do liberal things, man. And I love this, how he gets saved by her because he's kind of just outnumbered at this point. He's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here because Joker's gone now, right?
A 13-year-old flying a helicopter. Yeah,
it's voice controlled, Jay. It's voice controlled.
Batman's a good teacher. He knows how to do it.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah, and the boosters kick in and take it away. But I'm not fired. No, you're not fired. And then this whole conflict. So Superman does some really crazy shit here because he's going to stop the conflict. He basically just like kills a bunch of people, just lasering ships. And it's like, wow.
He looked like Jay Leno in that shot a little bit.
Guys, there's a tornado.
Blow up a helicopter over there.
So the media blackout. Blackout that happens after this. That is one thing I gotta give Frank Miller is his kind of insight. The vision of basically what a future parties would do. Just do this kind of shit with it, or with real life stuff. Media blackout.
Now Joker's on the loose again after Superman just murdered a bunch of people. There you go. There's fat Selena Kyle. Selena Kyle had a lot of donuts, man, over the years.
This is like Amy Schumer Catwoman.
Oh, look at that. Oh my God.
No. She probably ate her cats.
Oh, no.
This is what liberalism does to you. There you go.
Thank you.
You run an escort service, you become fat and die alone.
Yeah.
There you go.
The moment when you'd say Paula Deen is hotter than Selena Kyle. I need more butter.
Especially when she says the N-word. That's hot.
She's also got, look at those shoulders, man. She's not a linebacker.
Yeah, well, everybody
got
but he's got so Joker's lipstick is special. It does hypnotizes people. It has a chemical in it that mind control kind of thing.
Which he got from Poison Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, because they mentioned that. Yeah, yeah. I like this. There's nothing wrong with the Joker that I can't fix with my hands. Because he's like, I'm done with this shit, dude. Fuck this guy. I'm gonna kill him if I get to him. Which was it was kind of refreshing, right? You're sick of seeing Batman hold back, like you said, Jay, in all the movies. It's like, yeah, I get that you don't want to murder people, but this motherfucker's killed like 1,000 people, dude. Yeah. it's like, come on. God, this fucking fucking Andrew. Oh, Andrew, I love you, dude.
As it was written.
As it was written. He's the whatever. He's fine.
I wonder what her parents are thinking. Like, honey, where do you go all the time? I just go hang out with a really old billionaire.
Some old guy who dresses up for a living.
We sit at his couch while he reminisces old times.
So this guy at the top of the thing, I forget, was that a politician wearing the American?
Yeah, it was
flag?
A congressman.
Yeah. Congressman, yeah. He slips and falls and kills himself. There you go. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, so he falls, and I like how
I don't understand what Andrew's saying. Is Andrew talking that terrorist?
I don't know. Is it stuff that we shouldn't say on an airplane?
Should I not be saying that on the stream?
We're already watching a movie where
that sand ginger,
sand ginger. Yeah,
we're already watching a movie that
he's
had
about to shout Admiral Akbar.
What's that spell? What's that spell? Yay, team! No.
I like how, so yeah, Bruce Wayne's another disguise he uses. He's playing an old detective here, and he's trying to get information, right? Sneaking in here, and they find out that they're going to Selena Kyle has something to they're going to Selena Kyle, right? He finds out that's the next.
Yeah, the girl upstairs is from her
escort service. Escort service, yeah. And then of course the real guy comes out, and Batman does his Batman thing, and there you go.
Luckily the commissioner is shaped like a door.
Oh, look at her. This is a normal Friday night for Selena. She likes this.
She was dressed as Wonder Woman.
Dressed as Wonder Woman.
Why is she dressed as Wonder Woman? Out of curiosity.
It made it hotter.
Take out that lasso and tell me the truth.
Oh my gosh. Or maybe her client was a woman. It's like, this is no man's land.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, that's okay. And he kisses her and he's like, yeah, you know. And so they find some information here about the fairgrounds. Cotton candy was on the ground. He's like, oh, they're going to the fairgrounds. And then, of course, I like how he just chest punches this bitch. He pushes her back and then jumps out the window. He's like, I don't give a fuck who you are. Yeah. Good soldier, he tells her. This is where we get to the closer to the climax, and if Batman punched her in the chest, she should have had some of those spiky nipples.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, that that would.
Well, she looks like a man, so she's very flat chested, obviously. No cushion for the pushing, as they say. Yeah, so this is where the bad twins are going to come down and try to stop them. I like this. Yeah, fucking Joker's like, don't worry, dear. He's like, and then so they're Batman, fucking bad. Look at that suit. It's such a badass suit. Yeah, the Joker has the gun, and it gets fucking nuts here from this point.
Oh man, this scene's wild.
Oh my god, yeah. So so Carrie's getting chased by this fucking guy, and she puts his head, she knocks him off for her, and puts his head goes inside of a fucking the gears of the roller coaster. It's like, Jesus Christ. And Batman's just throwing his Batarang shit. And I like how he sticks him in the eye. I don't know if I'd be walking around looking like that.
Like even Joker's shocked at first when he hits him in the eye. He's like, "Are you crazy?" And then he's like, "I'm through playing games," and he's
just got a little Joker boner going on right now.
Yeah, because he's anticipating that I could break him tonight. I could finally push him over tonight.
Finally, I'm done.
The gay overtones are hard.
Oh, literally. Yeah, and Joker's just like, he's fucking shooting people. He's like, taking people hostage. And I like this scene here with the mirrors, right? Batman's just toying with them, and then he starts beating the living shit out of him. Then he gets shot here, right? Yeah, he
gets shot in the side.
And this inspired Enter the Dragon.
Oh my god! Yeah, this is where he gets shot. But I mean, I like that he's getting injured, and really. He's not just a perfect, fucking super ninja.
That's the
Yeah,
thing
so
about
they-
this book. It was so
Yeah, this is rough, man.
oh.
Right
ahead
here.
of its time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is where the cop stops him and he pulls the knife out of his hand and stabs the guy. And he's like, "Fuck, man, this guy's killed." He just goes off blasting.
He's just
people.
indiscriminately just shooting people. It's
So-
like,
and
gosh,
dude,
it's disturbing.
Even just watching this recently, it's like, God damn, they went there, man.
Yeah.
They really went there.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's just violent and vicious. Pardon me, coming through, he's just shooting people one by one. It's like, God,
Sorry
damn,
about
dude.
that.
Yeah, sorry about that. And then this fight, I don't know what most people think about this fight scene too, but I love the dialogue between them both. He's just tossing Joker around. They're going one for one, and I love this part here where he goes, when Batman goes, I all the people I've murdered by not killing you, whatever, and Joker's like, I never kept count. And Batman's like, I have. And he's like, I know, and I love you for it. It's like, oh god, man.
Well, and like I said, I think they're playing a little bit harder into the Joker loves him thing. I mean, they're fighting literally in a tunnel of love, for crying out loud. So
yes.
they're playing really hard into it, obviously.
Oh, you
Took
said
the words
hard
right-
into
you
it.
took the
really,
words right
really
out of
hard.
my
Hard.
Now he's about to enter him with his knife.
Can you feel it, Batman? Yeah, and like Batman, and he stabbed Batman like a bunch of times in the stomach, and it's like, oh man, what the fuck? And
He's gonna fall
Yeah.
asleep before they finish.
And he just literally, and he's like, this is not how I imagined this. And he
That's what
fucking
she
just,
said.
this is where he stabs him, and then he just snaps his fucking neck. And I'm like, wow. Now, that was pretty shocking. I could imagine, like you said, Jay, when the comic came out, people were reading this like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Batman went there, huh?
Yeah.
Well, he kind of does it
this part,
defensively. I mean, he's getting
like-
stabbed.
yeah.
While he's holding him. He
Yeah,
just kinda-
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jay. sorry.
He goes through here. Joker goes through here, just killing all the couples, and Batman breaks his neck, and that couple like screams and runs away. Oh no, Batman broke his neck.
yeah. After all that, they're like, oh my god, Jesus Christ, Andrew, I don't want to know what you did with that.
He's just
popcorn
killed,
bucket,
like-
man.
Yeah.
216 people.
Yeah, he's just gone through a whole
But Batman's bad.
Batman. But he tells him, I won. I finally broke you. You know, you finally got to me. But he won't finish him. But he's telling him here, like, you know, they're gonna kill you for everything you've done. And he's like, shut up. And he just sits next to him. And
He's like, look, I can do it better myself, and breaks his own
Yeah,
neck the rest
And
of the
Yeah, he
way.
breaks his own
Joker
neck.
just breaks his own neck.
You're
He's still
terrible
smiling.
character.
That shot of him coming up where he's on fire and there's just that
Oh,
faint hint of a
stop
grimace
laughing
so
at me.
freaking good.
Yeah. He tells Carrie, come find me, and then the cops come in and he throws fucking grenades and like kills a bunch of people. Just fucking knocking
They're
people
probably just
around.
concussion grenades.
Yeah, probably. You son of a
Then
bitch,
the
free.
Best part of the movie.
When he takes
Best
the
part,
gun.
yeah.
Yeah, he takes the gun. And he's like, nice toy.
Like, cute gun.
Yeah, cute gun. Cute toy. Yeah. So badass. And this is the part where he's trying to shoot the bomb that he put on the wall, and he looks back at the Joker and fires. Stop laughing at me. It's like he can't get rid of this guy, man. You know, it's haunting him throughout his whole life. And then
And I
Carrie
wanted to
comes
bring it
in.
because I know scrubbing. We might not have caught that image, but that shot of him.
Yeah, I don't know if I
good.
could. I don't know if I can go
It's such
back
a
and
good
see it
shot.
because that was so. Is it right here when he misses?
Right around there, I think. But
I don't want to. Hold on.
Yeah, just
yeah, I think it's
pause
like
and
right
unpause,
after
pause and
that. But
unpause.
yeah,
Oh, God.
that's one of. That's close enough. That's so good.
So good. It's so good.
Still got the batarang in his eyes.
In his eye. Yeah, well, it's
Like
on
he's
fire.
laughing at him from hell.
Yeah. And then Batman's stuck here, of course, again, and she just intimidates them and blows up cars and shit, and he gets
Yeah,
away,
what
of
does it say?
course.
Like property damage or
this-
something as
yeah.
the setting?
Yeah.
Commissioner. Yeah. This police
Oh, she's
commissioner
terrible.
is like total failure at this.
Oh, she's terrible. Yeah. She saves him. It's pretty cool. It's a good scene. And there she is with her acrobatics again. We don't know what the fuck that really is, but how she got these abilities, but whatever. Yeah, this is where Alfred's performing surgeries. He does everything. He's a doctor, he's a butler, he cooks for him, washes out his laundry. It's great.
He's a mechanic too. Yeah.
Yeah, and a mechanic.
Sucks his toes and all that stuff.
Sucks his toes,
Changes the
bathes
bat diaper.
bathes his balls. You know, no whatever.
Replaces doors that Batman walks through.
I like how he's a fugitive now, and that the wife's like, "Hey, go to the store, and you want to eat tonight?" Like, bitch, No, I'm just kidding.
What do you do?
What do you do around here? I work. My retirement fund is supporting us, woman. My pension. What are you doing around here?
I'm sorry, I just stand around and look sassy.
No cigars. I'll be like, don't tell me what to do, woman.
I'm gonna watch Designing Women later. No.
Don't
Calling
you
themselves
dare,
the Nixons,
don't you
the gangsters.
dare say anything negative about Batman ever again.
I thought you were going to say, don't say anything bad about Designing Women.
this part.
I really
like,
thought you were about to go to
That
bat
too.
for them. It's like, Delta
That
Bird,
too.
that's my lady.
Yeah.
What were you saying,
The
Jake?
president here's like, oh, I'm in my bunker with my, suit
Yeah,
on
yeah.
to protect me from.
I'm
Good luck
in
out
the
there.
underground umbrella core layer right now.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where Russia's retaliating, right? So they're going to shoot a
Mhm.
missile at where the military is on the island, and of course Superman comes in, and again another Zack Snyder influence in BVS, right?
Mhm.
Certain people think it was a great scene that we had on the show. I'm like, but
Well, that person's also retarded and stalks chats at 3 in the morning. So
Oh,
maybe if we
I
say his
swear-
name
I
3
swear-
times.
I swear,
Don't say it,
Superman
don't say
here, he looks like those protesters think they look after a 12-hour fast.
Yeah, he's all this like, oh god, that's then he comes down and is taking power from the sunflowers
It sucks
to
up
get
the-
his
all
the
the power.
energy of the
That's weird.
Yeah, it was a little strange, I guess, but I guess I don't know how that works exactly, but I'm not super.
Well, they're
Superman, so-
sunflowers, so I don't know.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
The power of the
yeah, so
sun
the-
was basically in his hand, you know.
Yeah.
Where's the sun in the palm? Yeah, so the whole city goes out, and I love how she's like, oh, he's like, oh, show me my watch, because she's like, my watch died, and he's like, show me. He just wakes up out of a coma after getting stabbed and shot 15 times. So he figures it out right away.
It's
Like,
just a
Clark,
flesh
you
wound.
made yeah, for him. It was an EMP, basically. It just took out everything that was the whole point, right?
I
To
love that
knock out
Bruce
our-
is basically saying the alternative of that missile hitting Corto Maltese was probably better.
yeah.
That's basically what
Seriously.
he's saying. He's like, we would have been better off if you had just
Yeah.
let that thing land.
Just let it go. Yeah. And he gets his suit on. Then, of course, I love Alfred's always like, oh, you have to rest.
I love how
Fuck you, Alfred.
Superman does something and it kills a whole bunch of people. I mean, the power getting knocked out to the whole West Coast would kill a lot of people.
Yeah, naturally. Yeah. So these sons of Batman are like, we're gonna take charge, and he's like, no, and fucking Batman on horseback. What a power move. And he's
I
like,
love
these,
it.
Awesome.
these things are loud and clumsy. We're gonna use our hands and our brain. Oh God, I will teach you.
If I didn't look like the Elephant Man, I'd show you an image from the book. It's great.
It looked like the Elephant Man.
Just
What are you talking
use your
about?
gooch to do it.
Yeah, use your good.
Yeah.
Put a mask on. God damn it. Yeah, Andrew, I agree. It's like I get it.
He's
why they
Super
did-
Mario.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me. Yeah. So there's looting going on, obviously, and all the fucking villains are coming. It's just chaos. It's typical
I'm gonna
chaos.
steal paper towels.
It's basically the summer of love back in 1984. Except there's a few differences in the crowd, but hey, we won't go there.
It's a mostly peaceful protest.
Yeah.
Mostly peaceful outage.
Mostly peaceful. Yeah. And they're going at each other. And this is like where you get to the typical corny shit where they're fighting with each other and then like
Oh, I love that shot. Go back a
one?
couple.
Oh, the one with Batman coming down
Batman
the
riding up. That's just
Yeah, that's
all the
badass.
fire behind him and Black Horse and
Yeah, that's-
Batman.
That's
so cool.
badass. Yeah. Good artwork. Whitey. Jesus Christ.
That horse
Yeah.
couldn't withstand his weight. Trust me.
his chin alone would have brought the horse down.
It could be a full tall quarter horse, and that horse would be like, "Oh my god, just turn me into glue."
At first,
One of
I'm
them
reading this and it
Liza
goes,
Clydesdales.
yeah, are you crazy? Let me go of me. I thought she meowed. for a
Hashtag
second.
meow too.
Yeah, me. It was the cat. No.
Getting back to the Superman issue.
Hey, these days,
Sunflowers
you never know.
Sunflowers actually retain solar energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I get
So
it.
that's
I was
okay. I didn't know if he was like.
sunflowers. Yeah.
No, I was just
Yeah.
giving. I was being facetious.
No,
As they say.
Being
okay. I didn't know.
Facetious.
You can say
And
facetious, but you can't say Villeneuve.
Listen, asshole. I don't know how to say words.
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve. God damn
It's
it,
like
Gordon.
2 syllables.
I like how
I
Gordon here is like,
refuse
listen,
to speak
assholes.
French.
This is our neighborhood. Help each other. And they're like, okay. Just start helping each other. It's like, all right, I get it. But yeah, I have buckets over here. We'll help each other. After I was trying to rip your spleen out with this knife, but it's okay.
Thank God for the bucket store. Something we missed from the 80s, you know?
Yeah, it's true. It's the hardware store, you know. And the sons of Batman are doing their duty. And he's like, yeah, we have to work together. And they're like, this guy, what is this? Like a stop? Oh God.
Gosh, he really had this. He had this pegged in the 80s that, oh, if you disagree with these people, you're a Nazi.
Yeah. God, man.
This is the Gestapo.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What do
Sound
we do?
familiar?
It's like, yeah. I like how he's like, you could lead by choice. Lead. And he tries to, he takes his gay glasses off and he's like, hey, buddy, you need some help? Stop talking like fucking slice and dice. This fucking guy.
I was trying to slice and dice you earlier, but you want some help?
Yeah. Now we're gonna look. Yeah.
Yo,
and this is
nipple spikes.
And this is where she has the realization, like, what are we gonna do? She's like, nothing. He's too big because he changed everybody's.
One thing about that though, Batman does have the respect because he beat their boss like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, with the mutant people, the mutant gang, yeah. And the new commissioner's like, fuck it. I can never do this, right? So Batman is a symbol for hope, and there you go. And then he thinks his wife is dead. Then he gets blown back 50 fucking yards.
Yeah.
And
Batman should have an S on his outfit for hope.
Yeah.
Stands for hope.
Hope. Yeah, oh God, yeah. I have to be more. Fucking Pattinson. God damn you, Jay, and your Pattinson.
Yes. My boy.
Yeah. So obviously there's no sunlight because of the ash from the fucking nuclear, the aftermath of the nuclear explosion. And I like how every major city in the country but one is having issues, and Gotham's perfect. Like
all this and brains too. Wow.
It's so good. Yeah. Yeah, this is where Reagan basically tells him, okay, you have to go stop him now. And he's like, okay.
And all because he's humiliating them, because his leadership is actually working, and everywhere else where the government's stepping in, it's falling 100%. Apart.
Yeah. This is where you get the green.
Sound familiar?
Yeah. Shocking.
Yeah.
Wonder what's gonna happen here. Yeah. Where's Batman when we need him?
Ollie. There's Ollie.
Is Ollie? Yeah. Green Arrow. So this is the guy. Yeah. Batman's. He ripped his arm off, and he's like, I don't care what I have to do. I want to play a part in this. Because I want to get my revenge, and it's like, oof, yeah. If somebody ripped my arm off, I'd probably want to hurt that guy too a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty good. This is where Carrie's riding a stallion, and this part's cool where the lasers come down, and he's like, where? And he's just like, Crime Alley. It's like, oh, dude, it's about to happen. Then the suit comes out. Where do I buy one of these? Oh, I'm not a billionaire. I can't make one.
See, this is what they were trying to do with BVS, but it just.
Oh no, they failed miserably.
Oh yeah,
that's adorable.
Yeah,
Snyder, you beautiful man, you. 1 hour. Oh yeah, so this is the whole thing. Like he's telling Alfred, like, do you remember your part to play in all this? And poor Alfred, man, he's got to basically fucking sacrifice himself for the whole vision going forward. It's like, I feel bad for the guy, but yeah, this part was cool. So they're basically, they know what's going to happen. He's waiting. Yeah. And then the bat, oh God, the fucking bat tank just rolls in. And she even asks him, like, are you going to die tonight? He's like, yeah, probably. More than likely. Yeah. Jay, Andrew, he was trying something. Certain people think it was a masterpiece.
He was probably trying certain substances.
I take that back. Sorry, Andrew.
I'm trying to get Jay to say his name 3 times. He'll show up in the chat.
No.
So maybe if somebody in the chat can write his name 3 times.
Sorry, Jacob. This Superman didn't seem as powerful as other versions.
Well, they said that he's not as powerful because he doesn't have the access to the sun, so he's a little weaker. So that's why when Batman even says, "With my suit, I'll be able to kind of at least somewhat match him."
Vegan right now.
He's vegan Batman, vegan Superman. Yeah. So this is a great fight. This is a great fight that's coming up. I like how he's like, "Isn't this a school night?" And you just hear him go, "Clark, I'm over here," and it just, dude, this is so better than BVS fight. I'll tell you that.
I love this part. I love this.
they're not
part.
even
Like,
comparable.
he taps into the electrical
electricity.
grid and just zaps him.
Oh, Andrew did it. He said his name 3 times in the chat. Okay. We'll see. We'll see if he shows up.
If Superman in this fight had said Martha, it would have ended the fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Martha. Oh, fucking stupidest fucking thing.
Save Martha.
Oh, I remember a reviewer came out afterwards and he was like, "You don't realize how smart that and how intelligent that dialogue means." I was like, "Bro, what? Like, what?
What?
She'll say the darndest things.
It's so much smarter.
Yeah.
Than what, I swear, I gotta find the articles. I remember, like, right after it came out, this guy wrote how much more intelligent it was than anything Marvel had done at that point, and people just didn't get it. I was like, "Oh, B.A. I know who wrote this fucking article." is B and an A. Yeah. So this is cool. I like where this is where Alfred's just kind of looking through the old memorabilia and he sees the family and starting to have a little mini stroke here, right? He drops the book, he's pain in the arm, and I felt bad for Alfred here, man.
Yeah.
And I love this dialogue that he keeps talking to Bruce. You know, he's like,
yeah.
You say, "Oh my god, dude," he's just fucking giving it to him.
This is a physical and ideological battle. It's so fantastic.
Yep. And he keeps saying, like, Superman's like, "If it's not me, it's going to be somebody else." And one of my favorite, he's like, "Who do they send after you?" It's like, you're the ultimate being. Like, who the fuck is going to stop me after? Oh god, so good.
This is like legit awesome. Like, this is great. This battle.
This is one of the few comic books that, like I said, I'm not a big comic reader, but I remember reading this part and just getting chills watching Batman just pick him apart. I was like, "Oh, this is so good."
Yeah.
This guy's like, "What's happening?"
And they adapt it beautifully.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, Superman gets his fucking punches and his kicks in, but Batman's just giving it.
I love how he grabs the wrecking ball.
Yeah.
Just smacks Superman with it. Great.
Yep. This part when he grabs the things from the bulldozers and it just starts beating the shit out of him. And he's like, "Stop it." But he's still Superman in the end, right? And I like he punches him. He's like, that was 3 ribs. And he's just like, "I don't give a fuck."
Yeah, this is just this.
I love it. I love it.
Tanking damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's
I love
the
it
arrow.
because Superman's never had to think ahead. You know,
no, because he's just uses his ability.
He uses his power. He's strong, so he's never had to think a few steps ahead. And Batman's
Superman's
just
a
leading
bitch.
him right into it.
That's why I don't like Superman as a character. I mean, nothing. He just doesn't intrigue me at all. That's why when I was telling Jay about buying do I want to buy comic books based on Superman? I'm like, no, not really. He just does nothing for me as a character. I never really.
There is a few good story arcs, but that's it. Like, I wasn't a big Superman fan either.
Honestly, Superman would be a much more interesting character if you really just you spent most of the time exploring his psyche rather than his deeds. Because he's so OP that his deeds are like, okay, of course he's going to win, but he still has the limitation. He's not omnipresent, so he can't save everybody. So how does that affect him? How does he choose? It's like if you spend your time going into the character, you have something that's much better.
Well, that's what they were was that what they were trying to do with Snyder? Like this dark, brooding Superman and how he can't accept it, but they just went about it in all the wrong ways. Like they tried to make it like
they went backwards with it.
It was so fucking stupid. Yeah. I like how Superman here is like, "What, do you want me to kill you?" And he's just like, "Fuck you, dude." And this is where the Green Arrow comes in with the kryptonite. And because Green Arrow shoots him. And he's, "Oh, dude, this whole fucking dialogue from here on out.
Dialogue is so good here.
Oh, you feel what you're feeling, what we all feel, right? Your mortality. And he's like, and he's telling him, like, "You're not going to die." He's like, "I could have." I know. What does he say? Like, this took me it was a fortune and a lot of time. And luckily I have both or something. It's like, God damn. And then he's just like, "I could have killed you, but I chose not to. I just wanted to make you realize that I could do this to you." And it's just like that line where he takes him and he's like, what does he say? What's the exact, in your most intimate moments, you know, when you're alone, I want you to realize I'm the one who beat you. I was like, oh God, dude, it's so fucking good. Then he has a heart attack. And even in that whole time, Superman's like, "Bruce, your heart." And he's just fucking punching Superman in the face. He's like, "Shut up."
See,
But,
and they take this part right here, the mansion's burning down.
Yeah.
Again, that's used in Arkham Asylum
Mm-hmm.
in the game.
Yeah. The games,
and it's
yeah.
used in other in other books later on.
Yeah. Yeah.
People
obviously they
ripped through Frank
repurposed it
Miller.
and used it in Batman Begins also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. They
Good call.
so many people steal from this series. It's unbelievable. Like even like with the Wonder Woman or not Wonder Woman, Catwoman. Like she's all like she's an alcoholic. She's just all out of shape and everything. That's Lady May from The Boys, right? She's an alcoholic. She's given up. Like there's just so much ripped from this series alone.
From this movie,
that people use from this series. Yeah, it's
poor Alfred. Look at poor Alfred.
Yeah, this was kind of sad.
Yeah, that picture they had of Bruce was like with the last two attractive women in Gotham.
I don't know. That's not Lana Lang, I'll tell you that much.
Now, for some reason, I thought whenever Bruce took that pill before he left for all this, like he was going to basically fake his death on purpose. Is that?
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
No, you got it, Whitey.
Okay.
Yeah, so he pretended. Yeah. So I like how Superman shows up with his face all beaten and shit.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. And then Selena Kyle's like, "Fuck you! I know who killed him." And Gordon's like, just let it go, you fat bitch.
People can't tell I'm Superman with my glasses. That's
You're too fat to be this close to Superman.
Superman is a great character, but he's
That's
hard.
one of the big things for me with Superman.
Yeah. It's true, Mike. Yeah.
What do you say, Jacob?
The glasses with Superman. It's like, you can't tell I'm Superman. I've got glasses on.
I know. It's fucking stupid. I get it. It is dumb.
You were like, Clark Kent wears glasses. Superman doesn't wear glasses.
There was a line on TV that said something like, "How does he choose?" And Clark changes the channel. I'm like, yeah, I remember that part in BVS. Little subtle thing that Snyder actually got right in the fucking movie. Not many other. Yeah, so Superman hears the heartbeat, right? Yeah, with the super hearing, and he sees Carrie. I like how she's got a shovel behind her, and she's just like, "Oh shit." And he just winks at her, and he's like, "Okay, I'll let this one slide."
Who's this chick in the burqa?
Yeah. And this is where you find out that he is alive, and how he's going to train this whole army basically to do what he does the right way, and he's just going to live down here. And he sets up his whole thing, and they even say like, "Aren't you like? What about Clark?" And he's like,
"Is there more?" Oh, I'm sorry.
He'll leave us alone. Yeah.
Is there more after this? I mean, is there?
There's more comics. There's 3 more stories after this. It's a 4-part, right, Jay?
Oh, okay.
After this, yeah.
Yeah, and people think the other ones, some of them are better than even this, which I don't think
they're
so.
Not even close. They're not.
I mean, not
close.
that I've heard.
Yeah, I kind of felt like this is where it should have ended. Ambiguous.
Yeah,
really. You've made the point about how important the symbol is. All of that.
Yeah.
I do like that he has like a group that he trains to go out and do the crime fighting.
Yeah,
I think that's cool.
Because he's done. He's old. He's just going to teach them his ways, and then there you go. That's
Dark
Knight Rises. The title comes back up on the screen, and fucking badass stuff happens.
It's a great background, White Bear.
Thank
White
you.
Bear. I love your schnauze.
Jacob made it for me, but 15 schnitz and grievance is my limit.
Yeah, fantastic movie. I'm glad we got to pick this one apart. Go ahead, Jay. Sorry, buddy.
No, I was just gonna say, I love this movie so much.
Yeah,
because it's bang on with the book. It's legit, like almost bang.
Oh yeah,
100% bang on.
Yeah. Vex, was there a lot of trivia based on this?
I got a bit of trivia actually.
Please go ahead, my lady.
Yeah. All right, so this was a direct, both of these were direct to video releases. So part 1 was September 25th, 2012, and part 2 was January 29th, 2013. And then there was a deluxe edition that came out in October 2013. With the original releases alone, they grossed over $10 million.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't find a budget for part 1, but for the budget for part 2 was $3.5 million.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
Not if we assume that the first part was maybe the same, that's like a pretty good gross revenue. Not bad at all. So the red phone that the commissioner uses to contact Batman has the same design and beeping tone as the one from the 1960s TV series.
I knew you were going to bring that up. Yeah.
All right. In the early 2000s, the Hughes brothers were offered the chance to direct a live-action adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns, but the project never materialized. They wanted Clint Eastwood to play Bruce Wayne and Batman. Eastwood would have then been in his early 70s, whereas comic book Batman, which we found out was 55.
Nice.
For children's marketing reasons, the scene where Commissioner Gordon is smoking a cigar in the graphic novel is replaced with nicotine gum. Commissioner Gordon actually explains this, stating, "quote My wife made me quit the cigars" in the first part, which I didn't mind at all. Yeah. In Frank Miller's Batman world, superheroes had become a problem for government. Superman, who cooperated with the government, was told that his high-profile stance was essentially upstaging the government, so stepped out of the public eye and continued to serve, but while intentionally avoiding exposure. As the Dark Knight series took place in the 80s, the shift towards conservatism is reflected in the attitudes of the people. Superman became an agent of conservatism, while Batman, who is a symbol for rebellion against restraints, retired from crime writing. This divergence between the two superheroes was later reflected in Batman versus Superman. This was actually released the same year as The Dark Knight Rises, the final in the Nolan trilogy. Yep.
Nice.
Although never directly stated, Gordon's wife in this story is Sarah Essen, the woman he has an affair with in Batman Year One. He calls her Sarah when sitting in the bed next to Barbara.
Ooh. Nice.
During the fight between Superman and Batman in Crime Alley, a framed picture of Christopher Reeve's Superman can briefly be seen in one of the rooms.
Yeah.
Oh,
I noticed that.
I didn't catch that.
During the final battle between Batman and Superman, the snowflakes are in fact little skulls and crossbones.
Oh God, how did I miss all this shit? Yes, Raquel. Another excellent Batman movie, by the way.
Yeah.
And then last piece of trivia. One of the guests announced for Dave Endocrine's show is famed sex therapist Dr. Ruth.
Nice.
In the original miniseries, Dr. Ruth is killed by the Joker when he kisses her with poisoned lipstick.
Poisoned lips. Oh, there we go. It happened, people. It happened. See?
What's up, EA?
Thank you, Andrew, for that. Appreciate you. What the hell was I going to say? Yeah, so no, obviously the casting trivia is really for an anime. I was hoping Christopher Walken would be in there for Batman, but that's.
I couldn't find any casting trivia. No,
it's okay. It's okay.
You would have been a great Joker, Christopher Walken.
You know, it was darling.
Yeah.
Batman. Wow.
Batman.
Have you heard?
I got a mental illness.
Unreal.
Dude, Cynic does a good. Yeah, Walken.
Oh my God! I was like, what the heck?
I'll tell you what, Christopher. I'll a hot take. Christopher Walken in Dune was a fucking waste, and they should have never put him in
total
that
miscast. I agree.
Fucking terrible casting. Oh God, it was terrible. Anyway, we'll get into that later. So we'll go around the gooch. We'll go around the gooch here and talk about our our final thoughts on the movie and a rating.
I do have one question.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Jacob. Go.
Who is y'all's fan casting for a Batman?
Oh God, that's tough.
Jensen Ackles.
No,
that's not a bad one.
He would be more of a Jason Todd for me.
No, I think he's got the suave to pull off a Bruce Wayne, and he can do the gravelly voice because he did it for basically all of Supernatural. So I think maybe give him like a couple more years so he can just like physically age up a bit. I can see him doing like a darker Bruce Wayne and Batman.
I'm trying to think.
I always thought Eddie Murphy could be a good Batman, but
party all the time, party all the time, party. Michael Fassbender was like at one point tied to the character. I was like, I don't know, I can't see that.
I can't see that either.
I Vex is going to get panty soup with this one, but Henry Cavill would have been a good Batman.
I disagree.
I think
he works better as Superman, but
he is a great Superman. That's the thing.
He never got to be in the right movie.
Yeah,
we can clone him.
I think he could have been a really good Batman because he has that jawline. Like,
well, then was it Alan Richardson or Richson from Reacher? He's expressed interest in Batman, so he might have been a good choice then instead.
Honestly, it's funny because you brought up Clint Eastwood earlier. I thought if Scott Eastwood was a better actor, I think his look is pretty good. It's just he's not a great actor.
I
He's too small.
I got a wild card. What about Scott Adkins when he was younger?
I can see it when he was younger.
He'd be a good Bruce Wayne, and he's got the physical. He's a big dude. He's physical, right? He knows martial arts. I don't know. I don't know how we would look at a bat suit, but as Bruce, I think he could have pulled it off.
The bat suit thing is easy to pull off regardless of the actor because even if they're not built, there's always the padding. Like that will take care of it.
True.
Right?
That's true.
My buddy Matt Barr always says for the Batman '89 film, he says like it would have been better if Michael Keaton was the Joker and what's his name there, William Baldwin. Baldwin could have been Bruce Wayne because we would have taken them from Beetlejuice and just put them in Batman.
Well, that's Alec Baldwin. That was Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin. Yes, Alec Baldwin.
Well, Williams the
yes.
How do you go from Billy to how do you miss Alec? Alec all the way to Billy.
Gooch, come on, Gooch.
Vex, I am like pissing every 5 minutes. I got blood coming out of my nose. I've still got I've
Timothy Chalamet as Batman.
You're good. You're good.
No,
it is written, Andrew.
I think Nicolas Cage as Batman would have been good because he's already an eccentric millionaire, you know.
I'm Batman. God,
I'm Batman. Yeah.
Do a Batman versus Superman where he plays Batman and Superman.
Oh,
I took Batman's face off.
I think I'd like to see Josh Brolin could play like an older Batman.
That was actually not a bad one. Especially when he was younger,
he would work for this
older
kind of Batman.
Yeah.
I think he could be pretty good.
That's a good call.
He's a good actor.
I think it should be Sam Jackson because I just want to see Batman say the N-word a bunch.
Oh God, yeah. I'm tired of these motherfucking jokers on this mother. Yeah, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. Chalamet is Tim Drake. I don't think so.
How about Chalamet as Carrie?
Or Robin?
Yeah, Rob. Maybe.
You could play Carrie Robin.
Goochmaster, give us your final thoughts and rating of this movie, my man.
Well, because it's like a carbon copy of the book, and so many people use this before its time book series and this movie. They use this for their books. This is a 10 out of 10 for me because it's just changed the game when it came to comics and everything. And when they put out the animation, it was perfect. In my opinion, bang on perfect. So it's an easy 10 out of 10 for me. But I'm being a simp too. So
we know
because I'm a huge.
You're also
Batman
bleeding
fan.
from your nostrils all night. So
yes,
nobody's
you bloody simp.
You piece.
I literally look like Bruce Wayne when he walks to do his thing right now.
God damn it, Andrew.
It's the dialogue, everything is perfect. The voice acting is perfect. I liked everything about it. So, 10 out of 10.
Jacob, what about you, buddy? Final thoughts, rating for the movie?
I'd maybe give it an 8. But it was good. I thought it was good, but I'd give it about an 8. Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate it. Gord King, you beautiful pumpkin man. What about you, sir? What do you think about the movie? What rating would you give it?
I would probably want to watch it 1 or 2 more times to be final of it, but I'm final on it. I guess I'm somewhere between an 8.5 to 9 swats to cups out of 10.
Oh God. White Bear. I know you're not a biggest fan of this, but come on, give us your final thoughts.
Well,
with the boobs behind you.
Well, and also we got our gooch representation.
It's a gooch. Yeah.
It's a gooch. So while he's on the mend, it's definitely not my art style, that I would really care for. as compared to like the Long Halloween, which I just got into like 1 hour of that, and I was like, this is exactly my Batman kind of
it's a good
kind
movie.
of Batman. But gotta say, it's a good story. It was so innovative for its time. Like Gooch was saying, like if you've ever watched this before, it's you gotta give it that no matter what. So like I said, not my favorite, but it's got to at least be a 7.5. Swasticups, yeah.
Swasticups.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with his because it was right.
No, I appreciate you. Oh, my lovely Vex. What about you? What do you think? Overall thoughts and your ranking for the first time seeing it?
I think this was my first Batman animated film to watch.
Really?
Yeah, I can't honestly recall watching another. So,
Nice.
I think the length was good. It does a good job of setting everything up in the first part and then the action coming through in the second. Absolutely loved the score. That shit is fire. Voice acting was great on all fronts. Wasn't too keen on the anti. Yeah, I think the length was good. Yeah.
Damn. Great movie, Andrew. Great movie, Andrew. I have a whole list of
Phantasm
Vex
was
to watch.
awesome.
Yeah, go ahead, Vex. Sorry.
Yeah, that was fun.
No, you're good. You're good. The voice acting was good. Oh, I just didn't like the a bit of the anti-American sentiment in the second half.
Yeah,
but like you guys have said, that's just
for me too.
Yeah, that's just like Frank Miller being a libtard or whatever, right? So
Yeah. For being based, that was a little surprising, but
but it touches on a lot of other good commentaries. There's a lot of good things that it explores with Batman that I haven't seen in all the mainstream films. So I'm going to give both of these collectively about an 8 out of 10. I would definitely watch them again, and it certainly has piqued my interest in actually watching more Batman animated films.
Well, I was just going to ask you about that because obviously there's a million recommendations coming through the chat. Of course,
Oh, sorry. Let me adjust my rating. 8.5 schnozzy titties out of 10.
There you go.
There you go. That's what we were waiting for.
Schnozzy cups. There we go.
No, I'm glad you liked it. And yes, the animated movies do a much better job with all the characters. Villains does a better job with the main character. So there's a ton of recommendations that we would give you, but I do agree. Under the Red Hood is one of the best ones. Sorry, guys.
Okay, noted. No, yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that one as well.
They're all good.
I will have to agree with Whitey on the animation. I didn't completely hate it, but it was
just meh.
It was just kind of meh. Yeah, I think it could have been a bit of better style because it would have really captured how cool some of those fight scenes were. As well.
I think Whitey, like I said, the Long Halloween, people do like. From what I understand, people do like that animation style better for the movie. So if you
Long
watch
Halloween's fantastic.
It's my second favorite one out of all of them, and there's so many of them. But that, and this one are my two absolute favorites.
Well, you got two guys. They have two guys that are very unique with their art styles. You got Frank Miller and Tim Sale, so they're very, very
and they're great.
It's different. It's very different than your normal comic book style or animation style too. So
I definitely grew up with that 90s Fox, Batman at first.
Oh,
that
and all those guys,
the animated series, yeah. I'm just gonna basically just kind of piggyback off what Jay was saying. I have the comic book coming, so I'm really excited to get into. I got a whole backlog of. I've never read most of these. I've except for the Killing Joke for some reason. I don't know how, but I have a whole backlog of books I'm buying in the Batman series, and so I'm really dying to read this one and then rewatch the movie again just to kind of take note of the how well the adaptation is because that's all I hear about how great it is. So. To me, it's a 10. To me, it's a 10. I do agree with the art style a little bit. It could have maybe been a little better, but just the story's so freaking good. The voice acting, like Vex said, is fantastic, and the score literally just makes me want to fucking run through a wall. I want to. Yeah, it is fantastic. It's so uplifting. It's so good.
Yeah.
One of the best themes. Everybody talks about the '89 theme in Hans Zimmer's score. I know this is animated, but nobody ever talks about the score for this movie and his theme. It's fucking phenomenal.
This theme is above those movie ones in all honesty.
I gotta agree, and I love the '89 one more than it. But it's like, wow, when I hear this, it's like, I play it all the time. I play it while I'm working. When I'm getting angry at work, I just play this, and I just like, all right, you fucking computer,
There's
Let's do
it's
this.
interesting because like I was thinking about it because I do quite like the '89 one and the Nolan ones, but the difference is, and I think this is just a problem that I have with Zimmer's music in general, is he tends to fail to capture emotion very well.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
He also rehashes a lot of his old shit.
Well,
and just
that
changes
too,
different
but
movies,
it's just like listening to this, I was like, wow, I can feel Batman in this theme.
Oh,
Like,
100% agree.
Honestly, the only
Somebody
soundtrack,
clipped that too.
The only recent,
Oh,
the only recent Zimmer score that captured emotion well was Inception. That really was it. Inception has great music that captures emotion.
The
but
Last Samurai was good. I thought The Last Samurai was
Did
good.
he do Last Samurai?
He did,
Okay.
yeah, that was a
yeah.
good
He has his moment. Yeah, I do agree with Inception, especially the time score at the very end where he wakes up. Oh, fucking amazing. But yeah, there are, I don't know. I like Zimmer, but yeah, he does lately, especially he did do the Dune score, which was much better in the second movie. I don't know why, if everybody thought that. I don't know if you thought that, Fex, but his score in this sequel was to me better than what he did.
I thought it was, no, I agree. The music was better in Dune 2.
More subdued a little bit in moments where in the first one.
There's a reason though for it, right? Like there was so much more going on where you could play with the score, but no, there's just so much emotion in this score.
Yeah,
so I was quite happy with it. Quite happy with it.
It was, it is true. His documentary stuff is actually better than some of his movie stuff.
Really? I didn't even know he did any.
I think he did Planet. Is it Planet Earth or something? He did. If you go back,
that was him.
Fantastic score. Yeah, and you want to talk about emotion? Like that's I didn't realize that until I watched the documentary and I saw the credits come up. I was like, wait, that was like holy shit, this is amazing.
Sorry, real quick, Adam, are you still here?
Yeah, he's here. He's in the chat.
I don't know. He typed that comment. Maybe he left already.
No, it looks like he's still here.
Okay, all right. I'll wait for him to answer.
Adam. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. I mean, again, great adaptation. And
I do have to say, hearing y'all's commentary on this, and
he's still here.
Hearing what it influenced,
kind
of.
Oh, Adam. Sorry. Sorry, finish.
Grown
sorry, Jacob. Sorry.
My interest in this movie.
Good. Yeah, no, I was happy to talk to you about it a little bit.
I mean,
over the
still
weekend.
not, still not my favorite, but it's a good one.
It is, yeah.
It's great. What were we gonna say, Vex? I'm sorry.
No, Adam Gray is Stupenzo talking about Dune 2. I just need to talk about Dune. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. So obviously, when we're done here, go over to Stupenzo. We can listen to him talk about Dune. Yeah, that's all I did. That's all I did after watching Dune. Is right after it ended, we were running errands, and all I did was just talk about. I was trying to message everybody like, "Did you see it? Did you see it? Let's talk about this." And it was, I had a lot of commentary on that, so that was.
I keep hearing people with mixed feelings about it, though. Like a lot of
it's very mixed.
I have mixed feelings about it. I really do.
I think this is part of the problem when you hype something up as, oh, it's the new Empire Strikes Back, and everyone gets their expectations up way high, and then you see it and you're like, okay, it's not the Empire Strikes Back. So to me, I think the real sentiment about what Dune is going to be like 6 months from now. Then everyone will be settled on what it actually is.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when the IMDb ratings came out, it was like, oh, the highest rated movie. I'm just like, okay, it's just a hype. But I thought everyone overhyped Doom Part 1. I wasn't looking forward to it, and I quite enjoyed it. So
you did? Yeah.
I thought reasonably I'd probably enjoy this too, though, usually sequels or continuations, there's a dip. But
I think
Dune Part. Oh, sorry, Cannoli.
No, go ahead, buddy.
I thought Dune Part 1 was okay. I thought it was like
a lot of people feel that way.
Yes, it was okay.
I think it was just visual, a lot of visuals in that movie.
Oh, beautiful. Like I know some of Vex, he's a fucking genius when it comes to the technical aspects of his movies. And again, it's really just one of those things where I will say this about Dune 2, Paul Atreides' arc gets flushed out a lot more. So like he gets a really good.
Oh, I have zero doubt that Timothée Chalamet is a terrible actor anymore. I think he's a phenomenal actor.
He did great.
Yeah, he's an actor of this generation, in all honesty. And I was looking at his IMDb page after the movie. Excuse me. And I was surprised at how how little stuff he has coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably because he's a white guy in Hollywood, I imagine. Or because he's got terrible taste in women. Who knows?
Is he better than the dude from District 9?
Clothing.
No one
Well,
is
no.
compared to
I will say one thing.
Charlene Copley.
One thing that Bagface said that I agree with is that he just goes all in this movie, and he finally. Remember in the first movie when we talked about where he was getting emotional with his mom in the tent, like you see some ability there, right? And this, he goes all in, dude. When he finally transformed, oh my god, I told Sassy, I was like, wow, I didn't expect that from him, and it really just, it was a good point in the movie. I don't want to get into spoilers, but anyway.
Do you think he's going to be the next Edward Norton of this generation?
It's a tall order.
That's Ed Norton's a damn good actor. Yeah. I mean, so that's a lot.
Edward Norton is like the method actor, and he has a lot of trouble with directors. So
yeah, we know. That's why he has a lot. That's why he's not in a lot of movies anymore.
Yeah.
If he wants to be Edward Norton, he needs to stop wearing dresses.
No, that'll help him get movies.
Exactly.
For sure.
Look what year this is. Anyway, let's go around the horn and get these people's. Well, Gooch, we already know you have like 6,000 subs by tomorrow, so I don't really have to talk to you anymore. No, I'm just kidding. What do you got? I know you got a busy week, dude. So what do you got coming up, man? Tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, tomorrow night on Diabolical Souls Presents, I'll have Lori Calcaterra. She's coming back. She's going to talk about Path to the Pale Rider. Nice. Then Wednesday night I got Gary Kissel coming on. Nice. So come check out that. And of course Thursday we're going to do episode 7 of Arcane, which has been a lot of fun. And
it's been doing great.
Hopefully I won't be in a fog like I was like last week. And I'll be bouncing around on channels here and there. So just come out and check out Diabolical Souls Presents. I have a lot of fun there. Good interviews and reviews.
Whitey,
Good.
your picture is so sexy. Oh my god!
You can get Jacob for
that. You're getting me excited here. Jacob, what do you got coming up, buddy?
Tomorrow I'm going to be on Gord's show, and then I'm going to be doing my show on the X-Files series. Going to be going over episode 5 and 6, and then I'm going to be on Roman's show, and then Saturday, my Saturday show, I'm going to be talking about movie model makers. So
nice.
That's what I got coming.
Very nice. Awesome. Looking forward to that. Of course, as always, Gore King. What do you got coming up, my man?
Well, as Jacob just mentioned, tomorrow on the King's Court, we're going to be talking Lethal Weapon. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern. By the way, be sure to be checking your all's inboxes pretty soon because I'm going to be releasing my April through June schedule of what movies I'll be covering.
Cool.
Obviously, I just released my latest Rings of Power video last week. I'm a little less than 40 subscribers away from hitting 1,000, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Woo! Yeah,
let's go.
Getting there. I think that's just and I'm going to try to bring my gaming stream back.
Nice.
On Wednesday.
Nice.
And I'm going to be playing not the new Final Fantasy VII, but the one that preceded it. And if I like it, I'll probably buy the new one and play it next.
Will you play it hard? Will you play it with the nipples on that the mutant guy was wearing?
Obviously. Oh yeah, and I kind of found my way into Abomination AJ and Janet Banana's Avatar: The Last Airbender stream.
Nice.
On Fridays. I mean, my sleep schedule is really weird because I actually work the day after really early, but I had so much fun talking it with them that I'm gonna try to do it.
Awesome.
I'm gonna try to do it for the next several weeks. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Appreciate you as always. White Bear, what about you, my man?
Well, I gotta say thank you to everybody who checked out my last video. It's doing really well, thanks to Kamala Harris. And apparently she is the most clickable bitch ever. And
yep.
So I appreciate everybody who's helped get that video to where it is, except for actually Andrew because he sucks. But other than that, just watch out for upcoming Nazi tits. Thank you.
Nice. It's Nazi tits and Vex Electronica.
Just follow me on YouTube at Vex Electronica and Twitter at Vex Electronica. I think BSUP is tomorrow. Work got canceled tomorrow, so I guess I'm going to be on BSUP tomorrow now. I should probably let them know. And then Cynic and I have a stream on Thursday. Still working on that True Detective Night Country review, so it's coming.
Nice. Nice.
Gooch, I thought we were gonna start Scavenger's Reign next week. Are we not doing that anymore?
That's next week. I was just talking about this week, but yeah.
Oh no, isn't Arcane like 8 episodes?
Duh.
Arcane is well, Scavenger's Reign is going to be on Tuesday night, and Arcane.
Oh, my bad. Okay, sorry. Never mind. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're good. Yeah.
Way to ruin the surprise, Bex.
Yeah, what
Oh
the
my
fuck, man?
Wait, what happened to you? Well, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I was kidding.
What happened to Gooch? Like, why did you get your tube side or what? What happened?
His nose.
Oh, his nose.
Yeah,
He got a nose job. All that cocaine.
Yeah. All that cocaine. He had to get it fixed. The deviated septum issue. Yes. So as far as the Cannoli channel, MMM is back next week, and we're doing the Western Classic Tombstone. Nice. So looking forward to that. We got a good panel. We got Leon Hostman Socrates coming on the channel for the first time, and then Lance, of course. So look out for that information. And I might do a Helldivers 2 game stream at some point this week or weekend. Because I suck at that game and it's hilarious to watch me get blown up by aliens. So looking forward to that. Thank you. Listen, go follow all these people. Their information is in the description. Please, they're awesome. And then as far as the Cannoli channel, listen, go back and rewatch some of the old shit. I'm still trying to work on a compilation. If my work doesn't kill me, my job doesn't kill me physically, I will put that together this weekend and put out a compilation video of some stuff that Vex said that's fucking hilarious. It's what we're trying to do. So look out for that. That's it. We will see you next. Thank you to the super chats. Thank you to all the lovely members. We love you all. The chat was awesome, and we will see you next week. Goodbye. Bye.